I'm joking.
Oh, what is that? I'm gay.
Oh, that's a Jew.
Oh, fuck.
I'm joking.
What?
Chris Nolan takes IMAX to new heights. Kristen Stewart leaves the door open for new directors, and Joseph terrorizes his co-host once again.
Oh, it's time for class.
Class is in session!
Roll call. Bueller.
I'm gonna be late for class.
Bueller.
Am I hallucinating here? Just what in the hell do you think you're doing?
I'm late for class.
You are mine now. You belong to me.
Did you study for the test?
No more complaining. No more Mr. Kimble to go to the bathroom. Nothing. There is no bathroom.
Hello, classmates, and welcome to another episode of Middle Class Film Class. I'm your host for today, Joseph.
I'm Peter.
And I'm Tyler.
And we have a great show for you today.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Welcome, everyone, YouTube Live and otherwise. Of course, the OG audio only classmates in podcast land. Here we are on a glorious day in Sacramento.
It is nice. It's supposed to be really hot today.
Yes.
I'm okay. I'm going to be indoors.
Oh,
Yeah.
so now we're going to talk about the weather? When it was my episode, I was completely shut down
I was hoping
about
that-
talking the weather.
That's the extent of it.
Yep, that's it.
How have our weeks been, Pete?
We kicked off our food drive at work last week, and we have, I think, like $5,000 for the donations already.
All right. How long does it last?
Till the end of June.
Okay.
Yeah, so if anybody wants to donate, hit me up, send us a message on the pod, send us an email, mcfcpodcast@gmail.com. I can tell you how to donate.
Yeah, he's trying to get to $70,000.
$70,000 donated. And that's after our corporate match, because the company I work for is matching.
Maybe the CEO
50%.
of YouTube can, kind of give us
And you
a
said you
nudge.
would shave your head.
If we hit 70,000, I'm going to shave my head for all the people in our company
I think you should
on
shave.
camera.
I think you should just shave your head anyway.
Why?
Have you ever done that before?
As a child, yeah. I want my first time
No, as an adult.
I want my first time as an adult to be for a reason, you know? Like locks of love, but no one wants the hair that I have on my head, so I'm just going to throw
What
it
are
in
you
the
talking
garbage.
about? You have luscious locks.
I don't know if it's long enough.
It's not long enough. And I won't grow it long enough.
Maybe they can like a pube transplant. Is that?
Imagine having luxurious curly pubes.
I think if you hit 75,000, I think Tyler, you should shave your head.
Yeah.
I'll shave my head regardless of any charitable organization.
Or just get like a traditional, well-coiffed haircut. One that you can like style.
Yeah, you guys have been championing for me to.
You say you go to a barber that cuts Gavin Newsom's hair, but I don't ever see evidence of that.
It's been a long time. It has been a long time since I've gotten my hair cut. Well, actually, no, that's not true.
Kenzie's wedding, her
Yeah,
nuptials.
Mackenzie's wedding. The hairdresser was a guest at the wedding, and he did trim my hair.
Give you a little trim.
Yeah, he gave me a little trim.
Shout out Kenzie, cool classmate of the show, or Patreon member.
Yep, yeah, she's a made woman.
She's made, huh?
Yeah,
What does that mean?
She's married.
Oh,
Isn't-
married.
yeah.
I thought you said maid.
She murdered her
What?
single life.
Okay.
What? I don't think maid means what you think it means.
Yeah, I don't know.
In like Goodfellas, maid is just like you're in the family.
Yeah.
You're a made man. You're now you're in the fold.
Well, yeah, Kenneth is he's a made man, I guess. Yes.
He's the made man.
I don't know.
What are you
Shout
talking
out to
about?
Mackenzie.
Hi, Kenzie. How
So
about you,
he's a
Justin? How you
patron.
been?
Huh?
How you been?
Good. We're here recording. We lied last week, saying
Oh, yeah.
we wouldn't be recording.
You were gonna
Yeah.
be you were gonna be camping on the coast.
I was gonna be off the I was gonna be in Lake Tahoe.
Oh, Tahoe.
I was gonna be in
Yeah, why
the
aren't
coast.
you in Lake Tahoe now?
Well, it was gonna be about freezing temperatures
Freezing
at night.
in May?
Yes, in Tahoe. It still can snow up there around this time.
Really?
But yeah, I wasn't ready to. I was not prepared to deal with freezing temperatures while trying to sleep.
But you're so rich. You don't have the proper supplies?
No, I borrowed Pete's tent.
Yeah. And then
It's
immediately you brought it back.
6 to 8 person tent for 2 people.
And a dog.
Palatial estate of a tent. He's got a palatial estate house and a palatial estate tent.
Yeah, okay.
It's bigger on the inside.
We're big diamond. When we camping.
I like camping. I don't like camping that much. To endure
Freezing
What's
temperatures.
the
weather.
best? What's the best part about camping for you?
I like being out. I like being out in nature, walking around. That's cool.
Worst part.
Sleeping out in nature.
My favorite part is at night when you're able to lay on the ground and look at the stars, and it's like there's no light pollution. You can really see what the sky looks supposed to look
if
like.
you're far enough removed from civilization, yeah, it's cool to see the Milky Way and stuff.
Yeah, it's all right.
Oh, worst stars. Who needs them? I like
Not real anyway.
yeah. Dinosaurs and stars just made up by the government.
Yeah. Tyler, what about you? What'd you do this week?
I have been a little bit anxious because due to 47's tariff policies, my work has
Heroes.
been a little bit slow. I've been a little bit on edge.
I was gonna say you're taking like every other day off at this point.
I was being like edged the whole time.
Correct. No, I had a 4-day work week, and
Well, it's not that bad.
Which it's not bad.
I mean, it sucks, but
Yeah, it's concerning, but at the same time, I love my job. I like doing what I do.
do you have PTO? Are you able to use PTO on those days?
Oh, I'm running out of it, honestly.
But you do have it.
I do, but like I'm
Used it already.
I'm running on empty.
You call it
I'm on the 5.
every few weeks. You call up your boss and say, "I'm tired, boss."
Yeah, my week has been okay. It's interesting living alone. Like I feel like Jack from The Shining, and I feel like I'm going insane. Like I don't like taking days off. I thought I did like taking days off, but I don't know what to do with my days off.
Go for a walk. Ride your bike. Well, the thing is that like you would
My-
do if you were a child again,
Yeah, that's
because that's like a free day.
Yeah, that's
Get a pogo stick.
A pogo.
There
You
you
know
go.
what? That's not a bad idea. That is not a bad idea.
Wear a helmet, please.
Unicycle, pogo stick, fly a kite,
Get a hula hoop.
build a birdhouse.
Yeah, I like those lists. But
Play tetherball with yourself.
you know, the thing is though, is that
Tetherball. Now that's a
the
blast
thing
from
is
the
though,
past.
is like the activities that I do on my day off, like are like they only take like about like 3 to 4 hours, and then after those 3 to 4 hours, I'm just like, okay, so what do I do now?
read a book.
No,
You always talk about Charles Bukowski. You read a goddamn book.
Yes, I do read. I do read Charles Bukowski a lot. But anyways, yeah, my week was fine. It was fine. Yeah, I mean, there's not a whole lot to complain about. Where is that noise coming from?
I don't know. I think we need to change the batteries in here.
All right.
Um,
Thank you for asking, by the way.
yeah, you're all welcome. But enough of that. Let's get into some Gab and Chatter.
Find some charity, ye lad. Now's the time for gab and chatter.
Gab and Chatter movie news. Movie things that we're going to discuss, talk about. I don't know. Pete, what do you have to discuss?
So I have two things very briefly.
Okay.
There's a Christopher Nolan news. He's in the news because he's shooting the Odyssey,
Right.
the famous long poem
Yeah, by
tale.
Homer.
I don't know if we'd call it a poem or a story.
It's an epic poem by Homer.
I thought it was. It's just Homer. I thought it was a poem. Yeah, I guess you're right.
Yeah.
But anyways, he's shooting it on IMAX, but not just IMAX. 100% IMAX. So I guess technically just IMAX. This is the first movie ever to be shot 100% on IMAX, and I thought that's interesting because I didn't think the other movies were like Oppenheimer, not 100% on IMAX.
I mean, there's definitely moments in Oppenheimer where it's not the format, like
Correct.
the ratio of IMAX, and even in Sinners where they did shoot a lot of it
It's like a third.
on IMAX, like 65 millimeter, and then it was printed on 70 millimeter film. But they shot there. You can tell the aspect ratios.
I'm ignorant to this fact. Like, so, like,
Yeah, me too.
Cameras are they like made by the
They're
IMAX?
magic.
They're made by the.
Made by
they're
witches.
Well, I'm not going to an IMAX theater again, but are like the company IMAX, like they're specifically made by that company. Like that's
I think that
The
IMAX
cameras.
yeah, the cameras because Pete said the movie's
I think it's
100% IMAX.
I think IMAX is technically the brand of
I mean, they
Like
say
this-
IMAX on the cameras.
Okay,
the IMAX format. Is that what it is? It's IMAX manufactures the film.
I don't
or-
think IMAX. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if IMAX manufactures
That's
film.
what-
They
Because I saw
use 65 millimeter film.
I saw this news story and I was really confused. I was like, okay, so like, is IMAX now manufacturing cameras for movies, or?
I mean, they've had it for I don't know how long.
So I don't know.
I mean, he shot Interstellar on partial IMAX.
What does that mean, though? What does that
IMAX, so
mean?
IMAX does
The ratio of IMAX. Have you been to the IMAX
Yes.
theater and you've seen a movie that was shot on IMAX?
No.
Okay.
I was asleep.
Well, it's just like the ratio of it. It's almost like a giant square. The ratio of that,
Right.
It's like a giant 4x3,
Yes.
right? And then the typical ratio that we are used to is like
16 by
60 by 9 or
It's like widescreen.
or I think there's like 2, 3, 5, and there's a whole bunch of different ratios.
Because
but-
I saw The Dark Knight in IMAX,
So I don't think that was.
I don't think
I
that-
mean, it wasn't very much of it was actually IMAX formatted because you can see a movie in an IMAX theater.
yeah.
And the concept is, if it's an IMAX theater, it is able to project in that large scale 4x3 format.
Yeah.
And I just looked it up. IMAX does manufacture the cameras. They don't. Kodak manufactures the film in that format.
Yes.
But IMAX,
okay.
if you're shooting in an IMAX format, it is 4:3,
okay.
and it is that large scale format, and it has to be used in like an IMAX camera.
All right.
So when you look at the,
It's also when you look at an IMAX camera, it spins horizontally,
like VistaVision.
like VistaVision.
Yeah. So in The Dark Knight, only, let's see here, let me look at the actual numbers. Only 28 minutes of the actual footage in The Dark Knight was in true IMAX format.
Oh, got it.
72 minutes of the 2 hours and 45 minutes of Dark Knight Rises, 59 minutes of Interstellar, 100 minutes of Dunkirk, and an
That's like the whole movie almost.
yeah, almost. It's an hour and 46. So yeah, like 26 minutes of it was not IMAX. Tenet only 65 minutes, and Oppenheimer had 132 minutes. So 2 hours and 12 minutes of the 3 hour runtime was IMAX for Oppenheimer.
Okay.
The Odyssey will be 100%.
Yeah.
Which I think is interesting.
That seems.
I mean, as soon as he could, Nolan started shooting in IMAX, and he's shot IMAX in every movie since he was able to. So.
Yeah, and it's like at this point now, it's the only movie to be shot 100% in the format, which is pretty cool, I guess.
I mean, you could argue that it is the most. The argument for it is that it's the most immersive format way to watch a movie, because you are literally almost surrounded by it.
I wish I could afford an IMAX movie.
My question though is, why don't they just make the 16:9 screen taller, so you get also taller and then really wide too, so you're like enveloped in it, like it's the volume.
Guess it would just be the cost.
But because they're also shooting on film, so they're kind of sort of that limitation a little bit as well.
Put the projector further back.
Yeah, I wish. I mean, when you're watching a movie that wasn't even shot on IMAX, but they have the letterboxed ratio, it's like, well, I just want to see a little bit more. You know?
Yeah, just a little more. So anyway, so I thought that was interesting. I mean, it's the Odyssey is going to be probably pretty cool. I mean, no matter what, it's going to be something I have.
I can't wait for the Cyclops.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
It's going to be interesting because this is very much a period piece, and Nolan has not done that other than Dunkirk.
And it's a fantasy.
Yeah.
It's a fantasy.
Which is
a parable.
Yeah,
you
which
know?
is really crazy.
He's dipping in his toes into the Zack Snyder realm, where he's talking like a 300 is just a story being told by Leonidas, or not Leonidas,
by Frank Miller.
By Faramir.
Faramir. What the fuck is his name? Heraclides or something like that.
No, by Frank Miller, because he's the one who wrote the story.
In the story, the characters telling the story to the other guys about the 300 who already fell.
When you go to an IMAX movie, you think like only like high quality movies can be shown here, right?
Yeah.
It's just a huge screen.
Yeah.
Especially the one in SAC.
Especially.
But we screened a short film there, and it was blown up to that size, and we watched it, and I was like, oh, it had no loss of quality, really.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
And there was some.
That's cool.
It was really cool to see it that big.
And what was the short film?
It was the one we made back in 2023. It's called Raven's Landing.
Raven's Landing.
Tyler in the chat, Chris Geiger says, "Hit me up, Tyler. I'll take you on a date to an IMAX movie. I'll wine and dine you." And he will too. I've been wine and dined by Chris before, and 69.
Oh. Well, I don't know how I would get in contact, but
he lives here in town.
Oh, he does?
Yeah. Remember, he dropped off the Crybaby VHS tape for me.
Right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Anyways, so that's that, and then also just a quick bit. I'm hoping that this story doesn't go the way I think it's going, but Tom Hardy's basically he did an interview for Esquire, and he says that his body is failing to bits after action movie injuries, and it's not going to get any better.
Oh no.
Yeah. So he says his knee is completely destroyed.
He's like Batman in The Dark Knight Rises.
I've had two surgeries, knee surgeries now. My disc's herniated in my back. I have sciatica as well.
Jesus.
And I have that. Is it plantar fasciitis? Where did that come from? And why?
Oof.
I pulled my tendon in my hip as well. It's like I'm all falling to bits, and it's not getting any better. So the last time I heard about a action movie star have this sort of thing, and the fallout from it was Brendan Fraser. After The Mummies, he completely destroyed his body from that, and then his career fell to bits, fell to nothing.
And he's also sexually assaulted as well.
That too, yeah. So, anyways, I really hope that he gets better. I hope that we don't have.
He just said he's not getting better.
But that's him. He's not a fucking scientist
that
or whatever the thing is.
A medical professional.
Yeah, he's not a witch doctor. So, anyways, yeah. Rest up, Tom Hardy. Do be better. We want you to be better. We don't want you to go have like a 20-year stint where you fall out of the public eye like Brendan Fraser and have to make
I mean, he's
a
such a-
recoming as a 600-pound obese man who crushes his daughter to death.
How is it that that Tom Cruise can do these like fantastical stunts?
He weighs like he's like a graham cracker. He weighs like nothing.
They're both the same height, probably.
Yeah, Tom Hardy's he's a mass though.
Yeah, that's true.
Tom Cruise has thetan power.
Yeah.
You know what? Maybe there's something to the Scientology.
Yeah. So, anyways, that's all I got.
Oh,
Nice.
Rest in
Tyler.
peace, Tom Hardy.
all right. So we're gonna go on to the news story about Kirsten Stewart's directorial debut. The chronology. Thank you. The chronology of water.
First, the shape of water. Now, the chronology.
Yeah, now it's the chronology.
I want to know the next one's the smell of water.
the smell of water.
The wetness of water. Is water wet?
Okay, well this comes this comes from Variety.com. Kristen Stewart says it's a bullshit fallacy that you need experience to direct. It's a real male perspective, and anyone can make a movie if they have something to say. Now, just right off the bat, I love her just brashness of just calling it out like it is. That if you want to make a movie, you can make it.
Sure.
Like, and I think that
Neil Breen proved that time and time again.
You want to make a movie? Just do it.
Yeah.
So Kristen Stewart's speaking out against the barriers that exist when it comes to directing films, calling it a bullshit fallacy. Now, I'm not gonna beat around the bush and lie or be facetious about my attitude towards that first statement, because I'm thinking to myself, well, Kristen Stewart, like, you're a multimillionaire, like, of course, there's not going to be barriers. And so
You were in Twilight.
exactly, and
People love you.
yeah. And so I was thinking to myself, I was like, oh, shut up, like like you have the money to fund a movie your own self. However, I pulled myself back because she is living in LA. It's a very high cost of living, and
You just said she was a multimillionaire.
to be honest, like, yeah, she's a multimillionaire, but she's probably just getting by. And
I
so
think she's probably doing just fine.
yeah, well, she's doing fine, but she's getting by.
You see that haircut? That's like $1,000 haircut she got.
You think so?
I don't know.
So she.
I like when somebody insults someone and they call it a $10 haircut. I heard that.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna listen to the guy with the $10 haircut. It's like Job from Arrested Development.
Yeah. Oh god, I'm wearing the $5,000 suit, and then it just keeps going up more and more. Yeah, love it.
You're gonna talk to a guy in a $100,000 suit like that?
Well, she's calling it a bullshit fallacy that you need experience or technical adeptness in order to do the job, because this is
You just got to be connected
her
For free.
Yeah.
true. And
Hollywood connection.
Her film was at the Cannes Film Festival. It's her
Canes. Brought to you by Canes Chicken. Whatever it's called. Raising Cane.
Raising Cane's Chicken Film Festival.
They were stealing babies.
So it's her directorial debut, and so she was very passionate about her being a first-time director. And before the premiere, Stewart participated in a fireside chat, which I would imagine that they're at like some fire pit with interviewers. Maybe I don't know.
Is that the name of something?
It just says
No.
it just says fireside chat for the nonprofit Breaking Through the Lens, moderated by Variety's
conversation.
moderated by Variety's Angelique Jackson. Alongside, this is a really cool one, because I didn't know this when I was reading the article.
Here we go.
Sonic Youth legend Kim Gordon is in the movie. I thought that was really cool.
I'm
I didn't
not
even
a fan of Sonic Youth.
Well, then fine.
I don't like how they treated Nardwuar.
Yeah. Anybody who's mean to Nardwuar can fuck off.
You were saying that
Nardwuar is a national treasure of all countries, even though he's from Canada.
I mean, he has kind of a little bit of
No, he's untouchable.
He's
perfect.
He has a shtick that could annoy people,
He's a
especially
tiny-
for touring musicians.
Tiny, blameless angel.
He's like the Mr. Rogers of music.
I love Nardwuar. Don't get me wrong. I think that he's an angel.
Nardwar.
That song is so catchy too.
I'm on the streets.
Yeah, that's right.
But
What's the story?
well, so the story is that she's saying that she's basically giving inspiration to people who have a fear of getting into filmmaking but think that they can't do it. And she's basically saying it's a bullshit fallacy that from a male she's saying it's from a male perspective, like that this is of course the film industry is a male dominated industry, but I almost said it like you do, Pete.
Kirsten Stewart.
Kristen Stewart.
Yeah.
It's Kristen Stewart. Kristen Stewart.
I say Kristen, but I say Stewart.
Yeah. I don't know why that had but anyways, Kristen Stewart is basically just kind of like debunking the myth that if you have something to say on film that you can do it. Like, it's just the fallacy of you having to have this technical expertise and like this knowledge to make a movie is bullshit. And I tend to agree with that because
I'm sorry, I have to be the contrarian because her take is completely tone deaf to most human beings.
Sure.
Unless you like, if I wanted to make a movie on my own and I didn't know Joseph, I would have no idea where to start. Like I can talk to Joseph and friends of Joseph and people who have made short films and done all these things. It's like, but I would have to know these people to be able to get the knowledge to it, or attend film school and beg, borrow, and steal for people to go do these things. For Kristen Stewart, she could just talk to literally anybody she's been on set with and be like, "Hey, I'm Kristen Stewart. Can I direct a movie?" And that's it. That's the barrier to entry.
Mr. Movie, may I please make a movie?
Yeah.
I mean, obviously making a film, whether it be a short film or anything that has to do with being on camera, is a collaborative experience. I think the attitude and idea of like her statement was saying that there's no barrier to it. If you have the passion to do it, you can do it. Like, I mean, especially because we have these things. It's a lot. And it goes for music too. Is that you can do everything that they were doing that previously people couldn't do in the past now, and
on a very simplistic, concept, I agree with it fundamentally, but the practical aspect of it just feels a little tone deaf to her.
It is
coming from her.
And I agree with that as well.
An outsider that makes a movie that blows up. Like Sean Baker started and just was making nothing.
Yeah, I was actually literally thinking about
really?
Sean Baker's like
his rise.
His rise from shooting on iPhones to winning 4 Oscars for one movie.
Yeah.
And it's that in itself is a success story. And showing what you can do with like what indie movie is, or indie movie making is. And
what do you think, Joseph? Like, you're in the industry, so like.
What she's saying, is like, obviously it's very agreeable to say that. Like, there shouldn't be barriers for anybody because it's kind of a surface level take.
Yeah.
Obviously, it sounds like she's coming from a good place, but is just unaware that like she has a privilege to just do that.
That's what I'm saying. It feels the lack of privilege. Or
the message is not wrong. It's just. I don't know. It's
the message isn't wrong.
Just coming from that point of view, from her perspective, is like, we agree. We also know already. There's thousands of YouTubers who are like, you're like, you don't need the fanciest camera. You don't need all these lights. You just need you and a friend. You can make a movie yourself. And
I'm glad Kristen Stewart said so, though.
Yeah. Now that she said it, I'm gonna do it.
I know. Yeah. We were all waiting for it.
And even like thinking about like. Watching like sketch comedy shows or just like sitcoms of television, like each of those is a short film on its own. Like it's a correct contained story.
Yeah.
And like, but it's for TV, and then sometimes they make hundreds or thousands of episodes, and they're essentially just making a short film, like 30-minute short films for like a season of a show.
Yeah.
Or even like an SNL sketch. That's a short film.
Right.
These YouTube people making YouTube skits, those are short films, and they pump them out really like week by week. So the access is there to people, and especially now.
Thinking about her statement on this the fire pit, whatever interview that she was a part of. I think she was riding the high of her directorial debut. I think that was she was like.
Is it the chronology of what? That's her directorial debut?
The chronology of water is her directorial debut.
The chronological accounts of water, like what?
It's a bold and radical story about a swimmer's rise to the surface.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And she wanted to star in it too, but she said that she didn't. But she said that she didn't think that she would fit the role of the main character, and so she got
main character's not brooding.
It was I can't remember. It was like
Imogen Poots.
Yes, Lutz.
Poots. Imogen Poots.
Poots. Yeah, I was thinking Lutz.
Brianna loves her for 2 reasons.
And what is that?
Last name Poots.
The name Imogen Poots. Okay, and she loves her. She's great.
She's in love with her.
That's it.
That's the 2 reasons. That's the 2 reasons. She loves her and Poots.
I mean, the access to movie making, like you said, Tyler. You have phones, access to phones. There's free editing software. DaVinci is a free editing software.
Is it really? I didn't know that.
I mean, there is a paid version, but that you get access to a little bit more stuff. But there is a free version. I mean, you can absolutely make something out of that. I mean, iMovie comes with.
I mean, I guess
Bruce in the chat says the chronology of water: ocean, cloud, rain, river, ocean. 100% accurate.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And then Angry Otters in the chat, Michael says, film is hard and film is expensive. Unless you've made one, even a short film, you just don't understand what all goes into the process. 100%.
Yeah. And I'm not...
And Michael knows.
Yeah, because he has
a film.
Made his
He's
own.
made a film.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's just I guess her high of her directorial debut is contagious because like she's like anyone can do it, and like for myself being a very weak-willed person, I'm like hell yeah, like yeah, I can make a movie.
That's good. So, it's inspiring, but it's
so
still
it's inspiring.
It's still like,
but once you get into like the nitty and gritty of it, it's like
there's a lot more to it.
There's a lot more to
it. It's hard, but a lot of things are hard. And everything's relative. So.
And we don't have access to millions of dollars. And
you don't even need millions of dollars.
Well, no, of course not. But I'm talking about in Kristen Stewart's case, like she probably like saw some inspirational video and thought to herself, I'm gonna be inspired to write something. And so she gets on the typewriter and she types a few pages and then she contacts her agent. Hey, see, I got a pages.
Yeah.
I want to make a movie, see? She talks like
that. And
I know that personally.
On the paper, making a movie can be expensive because you got to pay, you got to rent things, you buy things, you got to pay for crew and catering and all that stuff. But if you have a passionate group of people around you, you'll like do it for really cheap. Do it for less than $1,000, and you can make a pretty compelling short.
I mean, I guess to put a bow on this news story is that I'm glad that because she's a pretty big voice for young people, and for her to say that you know what, you can do it, like just do it, and it could be the ignition, starting fire for someone else, and I appreciate that, and I can't wait to see the chronological of water.
It sounds like a children's story.
Water,
for
rivers,
like science class or something.
Just like Bruce said, water, oceans, rivers.
No, it goes ocean, evaporates into the cloud, rains down, turns into a river, flows back to the ocean, back up again. That's the chronology.
The cycle.
But where does creeks come in?
Creeks is just a river.
Small river.
Oh, it's just a small river.
What's a pond?
A small lake.
I do like ponds.
A lake?
Small lake.
Big pond.
Yeah, big pond.
Yeah.
Then why do they say across the pond when that's an ocean?
It's cheeky. Just like Brit bongs.
Yeah. Anyways, that's all I have for this week.
Cool.
Before you do your segment, which I know is going to be fun and debilitating or degrading for both of us, I was trying to look up the
debilitating.
Yeah,
it's gonna take a lot of.
I was trying to find the budget for the chronology of water, and this is why AI sucks, assholes.
Why?
Because I looked it up. It said chronology of water budget, and it gives you the plot of the movie. It tells you about the production.
Is it made?
Yeah, it's just released it.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's at Canes.
Yeah, she just they just premiered it at a con.
Oh wait, it's called Con.
It's con or can.
Con.
No
Yeah,
S.
The S is
it's
silent.
French, so they just add letters that you don't say. Yeah, just like when we were talking about the French Connection, you said Marseilles for the city. It's Marseille. So, anyways, it gives you all the accurate information about it: who directed the movie, what the process is, what the plot is, the production, and then it says the film's budget is estimated to be $250 million.
Jesus.
And I'm like, that's not right.
That is not right.
I clicked on the link and it's Avatar: The Way of Water. So again, AI sucks dickholes.
Yeah, fuck AI.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. All right.
All right. So last week we did a trivia game, aggressive edition.
Yeah.
What do you guys think about that?
Oh,
I was sore afterwards.
You guys have fun?
I mean, I was in.
That was good.
I had fun.
I watched it again. I watched it again, and I was in tears.
I was
like,
very
it's
good.
so funny. It's
Okay.
so funny the way that you insult us.
I'm glad you.
Strange that I want you to insult me right now.
I'm glad you had fun, and I won't insult you.
There is no racial bigotry here.
So we're gonna do trivia again.
Oh, okay.
We're back with trivia, but it's a little different this time.
Okay.
A little different, different spin on it. So welcome to MCFC trivia.
Hell yeah.
Unfair edition.
Oh, sweet. Okay. Unfair edition. This is not hostile. This is unfair.
It's going to be
not hostile.
unfair.
All right. All right.
And this time I am going to go alternate. We're going to do turn-based.
All right. Turn.
And how we're going to determine who goes first, I'm thinking of a number in my head.
Okay.
Okay? And whoever guesses it or close to it without going over goes first.
Without going over?
Yes.
What are the limits?
Between 1 and 1 billion. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay.
1 and 100.
1 in 100.
Okay. Can we? Well, I don't want to say my answer because then Tyler would just guess one above me.
Well,
So I'm gonna say it at the same time. We'll go.
Okay, how am I supposed to keep track of that?
We'll go 1, 2, 3, and then say the word. Okay, Tyler.
All right.
Okay. Wait. Let me think of my number. Okay. We're gonna go 1, 2, 3, and then say it.
Yeah.
On 4, we say
Yeah.
it. Okay. 1,
1,
2, 3.
38.
30. You said 38?
Yeah.
I said 33.
The answer was 36.
Oh shit! Wow. How is it we get that close?
Why are we all in our 30s?
Because we're in our 30s.
Okay, so
Wait, you said 33?
Yeah.
You said his age, he
38.
said your age.
Yeah, exactly. You did. That's so funny. So I get to go first?
Pete goes first.
Okay. Is it good to go first?
I guess we'll find out.
Shit. Okay.
All right. MCFC Trivia Unfair Edition.
Okay.
First question.
All right. Oh, jeez.
Question 1. In 1975, Jaws was released to the theaters, starring Richard Dreyfuss and Roy Scheider.
Okay.
Filmed in Martha's Vineyard, Massachusetts, and it takes place in a fictional town. Who is the director?
Oh, God, tough one. Let's see here. Director.
And I should say this. Please let me finish the question before you answer.
Okay.
Even if you know it right away.
Okay. I'm going to say Steven Spielberg.
Steven Spielberg, director of Jaws, 1975. Are you sure?
Yes, I'm sure.
That is correct.
All right.
For
On the
50
board.
points.
50 points. Okay, on the
50
board.
points.
I can see where this is going already.
Next question. All right. Tyler,
Yes.
who directed the movie that I'm thinking of right now?
I have a guess after Tyler guesses.
Hold on. The movie that you're thinking of, who directed it?
There is a right answer.
Robert Eggers.
I guess Danny Villeneuve.
That answer is incorrect.
Bruce also guessed Denny too.
It was Akira Kurosawa.
Oh, okay. What was the
Akira
movie?
Kurosawa.
Seven Samurai.
Oh, okay.
Son of
I was way off.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Next question.
Okay. Just for me, right?
Yes, for Pete.
All right.
In Pixar's Finding Nemo, which character gets lost?
Jesus Christ. Well, there's multiple get lost, I think. Yes. But the main one.
Which main character gets
Okay,
lost?
Which titular character on the poster gets lost?
That's funny. Bruce also gets Villeneuve.
Yeah. I'm going to say Nemo?
Nemo.
Final answer.
All right, final answer. Nemo. From Finding Nemo. That is correct.
All right.
For 50 points.
Hell yeah.
he has 100.
Okay.
Tyler.
All right.
Next question.
Okay.
Name a film that was nominated for Best Song at the Oscars and Worst Song of the Razzies, where both nominations were for the same song.
Ooh.
Extra points if you can name both movies that accomplished this.
Oh, so there's two movies that won
Yes.
best song and Razzie for best worst song?
Yes.
Song and worst song.
They were nominated.
Oh, nominated.
Yes. Tyler.
Oh, geez. Oscar music is my blind spot.
That's a good one. That's a good trivia.
I know Joker 2 did not get anything.
Shark bait.
I mean, I gotta pass. I
need an answer.
I sincerely
You can't think. Just think of any song.
Just Around the Riverbed.
Just Around the Riverbed, huh?
From Pocahontas.
You think that was nominated for a Razzie, and also nominated for an Oscar?
You said to give you an answer. I was just giving you an answer.
And that's what you chose?
Yeah.
That answer is
Incorrect.
incorrect. Pete, you can steal.
I was thinking exactly what the chat said was Cats, but the song, I don't know the song, so I'm just gonna say Cats.
Cats, huh?
That was my one of my guesses.
That should be 25 points then.
Yeah.
That is wrong.
What?
I'm just going to tell you.
Yeah, please.
The answer was Con Air for How Do I Live Without You? And Armageddon for Don't Want to Miss a Thing.
Oh, great trivia.
Really? That one was a Razzie?
They're nominated for both.
It's not that bad.
Best song and worst song at the Razzies.
Who directed Con Air?
Bruckheimer?
Yeah, I thought it was Bruckheimer.
Frankenheimer.
You would think so.
He produced
Simon West.
Oh.
I thought it was either Michael Bay or Jerry Bruckheimer, but it's Simon West.
Oh.
Okay. Next question. Pete.
Yes.
Actually, should I go back to Tyler since I went? I don't know.
No, that's okay. Whatever.
Okay.
I want a hard one.
You want a hard one? Okay, then Tyler.
You know what I'm saying?
Because I didn't really want to. I wasn't really trying to frame it that you would only get the hard ones.
Yeah, give me some tough ones.
Okay.
Because I'm winning right now. We'll even the score.
Tyler. In Toy Story, Andy's toy collection comes to life when no one is looking. What is the cowboy's name? Oops.
The Cowboys.
Main character from Toy Story.
I know Tom Hanks plays in that movie.
Are you playing it up a bit?
I can't tell. I honestly can't tell.
Just a bit.
And he wears a cowboy hat.
Well, dude, we just don't know.
Is it Woody?
Woody. The cowboy from Toy Story is named Woody. That is correct.
All right. Very
All right,
good.
for 1 point. It's so easy. Why would you get so many? I'm just kidding. 50 points. So it would be what, 50 to 100 right now?
Yeah. 50 to 100.
No,
Keep a track of your points.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm not going to do it.
Okay.
Pete.
Yes.
Hard question.
Here we go.
Where are we? Okay. What Pulp Fiction actor was George Lucas's second choice to play Han Solo and would have taken the role had Harrison Ford declined it?
I know Han Solo was supposed to be a frog originally.
I know this one.
I'm stealing Tyler's thunder from this.
If you get it,
Yeah.
If you get it
No,
right.
I'm saying like if I get it wrong and he already knew it, I would have been stealing his thunder because he would have gotten the hard question right.
Mm-hmm.
Pulp Fiction actor. I'm thinking of the era. It's either age-wise, it's either got to be John Travolta or Harvey Keitel.
Or maybe someone else.
Maybe.
According to my research.
Okay. Bruce Willis wouldn't be too young for that. I'm gonna go John Travolta.
John Travolta. That is...
I'm not gonna look over what button you're hovering over right now. Which one is it?
Incorrect. According to my research.
Wait, let Tyler steal if he wants.
Tyler. Whoops. What is your answer?
Burt Reynolds.
I don't know if that's wrong. I don't know if that's right. I don't know if my research is wrong. According to my research, that's wrong.
And Burt Reynolds was not in Pulp Fiction.
Oh. Okay.
That answer is Christopher Walken.
Oh, cool. Walken, huh? Yeah, Chris as Tim Roth as Han would have been great. I agree with that.
All right.
Carrie was casting at the same time.
Next question.
Okay.
Pete.
No, it's Tyler.
Well, he tried to guess.
Oh, so you're rotating because of that, because of the guess?
Yes.
Oh, okay. All right. Sorry, your game, my bad.
You
I'm
can
gonna step on
steal,
your
but
toes.
if you steal and get it wrong, you lose a turn.
Okay. I like the new rule.
Yeah. I'm riffing here.
Okay, good.
In Shrek,
Okay.
what type of animal is Donkey?
He's a talking donkey.
Talking donkey.
The talkiest donkey you've ever seen.
No, he has to say the Latin term for donkey.
Yeah. I didn't ask for that. The talking donkey
Great question, by the way. Great trivia. I'll have to log this one away.
is incorrect.
What?
Tyler, you can steal.
Wait a minute.
This is unfair trivia.
Yeah.
Wait, he's not a
Maybe he's just a donkey? I don't know.
Just a donkey then? Donkey?
Donkey.
Final answer?
Final answer.
Yes, final answer.
Donkey is correct.
Wait, he's a talking donkey.
A talking donkey is not a type of animal.
Yes, it is.
I mean,
I'm looking for the
Next question.
genus, phylum, family, order.
That's what I was thinking.
Okay.
Okay, where am I here? Pete.
Okay. Yeah, hi.
Name a movie with exactly a 6.9 rating on IMDb.
Any movie?
Any movie with exactly a 6.9 rating on IMDb. There are several options.
You got this, Pete.
6.9.
Also known as a nice rating.
Yeah. Nice. The perfect rating.
I didn't think about that.
Not too bad.
Perfect rating.
Not too good. Just right.
Like April 25th. Let's go.
April 25th.
All you need
It's
is
like a
light
mid movie
jacket.
rating.
8.
I'll say this.
Okay.
2 of these you've definitely seen, and one of them we talked about on the show.
Okay. American Psycho.
You think American Psycho has a 6.9 rating?
I don't know.
That is incorrect.
7.6. American Psycho.
Bam.
You think it's worse than it is, huh?
I figured people hate this movie, so the ratings would bring it down.
Tyler, you can steal.
You
love mid
or pass.
You love mid movies or pass, yes, and you can keep your turn.
Because if you're gonna if you pass, you get the easy question.
Okay. Well, yeah, pass.
Pass?
Yeah, pass.
Wrong answer.
What?
Kill Bill?
No. The answer I would have accepted: Gia, Conan the Barbarian, Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves, Velvet Goldmine, Gridlocked, or Welcome to the Rileys.
What the fuck, Riley's? What the fuck?
Yeah, it's got 6.9.
Okay,
so it's
all
gotta be
good.
decent.
All right.
Okay. Next question, Pete.
Okay.
Finish the quote.
Okay.
It truly was a Shawshank.
Who's saying this quote? Tyler? Redemption.
It truly was a Shawshank Redemption.
At the end of the day, the friendship was the Shawshank Redemptions we met along the way.
That is correct.
It truly was a
See,
Shawshank
I am a movie buff.
Yes.
That's from a TV show.
I know these things.
That's from a TV
It's
show.
a little known movie directed by Frank
All right.
Darabont.
Tyler,
Yes. God.
Next question.
Okay.
Finish the quote.
Oh.
You.
You. You liar.
Final answer?
Yeah.
You liar.
Yeah.
That is incorrect.
Well, what were you
Can I
thinking?
guess?
Pete.
Fool, that's Paul Dano.
No, it starts with you.
Yeah, you fool, that's Paul Dano.
Oh, you fool. That's Paul.
That would have been good. That would have been funny if I did that. But that is incorrect.
What the hell was it?
The quote is, you blew up my wood bar stools. Do you know how hard it is to get wood on the moon? And that is from The Adventures of Pluto Nash.
Oh, okay, wonderful.
Yes.
I really needed to brush up on my Pluto Nash lore.
Okay.
You ba ram.
Tyler.
I don't know what that's from.
Okay.
I'm gonna play.
You killed my wife.
This is an audio round.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna play some clips for you.
Oh shit.
Some
Okay, clips.
Audio clips.
Oh shit.
From movies, and you have to guess what movie this clip is from.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
You only get one chance in
Okay.
5 seconds.
Oh, 5 seconds. Okay.
We're playing it one time, right?
All right. You ready?
I'll crank up the volume.
I'm ready.
First clip.
Next Saturday night, we're sending you back to the future.
What is it from?
Back to the Future 2.
Oh. Oops. Wait. What did you say? Back to the Future 2?
No, Back to the Future 1. Back to the Future 1.
No. Back to the Future 2.
No, that's wrong.
Part 2, by the way.
Yeah, part 2. Actually.
Is incorrect.
No, it's the first one. It's the first one. Damn it.
Well, Pete,
Yeah.
you can steal.
I'm gonna say Back to the Future.
That is. Sorry. Right.
I was like, I don't think they picked a Saturday when they're in the Wild West.
Yeah.
God damn it.
All
very
right.
good. Feeling good about myself right now.
Tyler.
Yes.
This is the same thing.
Yes.
Guess the movie.
All right.
After this. Guess this movie. Ready?
Yes.
What movie is that from? There is a right answer.
Well, it sounds kind of like an intro, but I'm gonna say Jurassic Park.
That is. Hold on a second. Sorry.
Hold on a second.
Would you say Jurassic Park?
Yes, I said Jurassic.
Yes, Jurassic Park.
Incorrect.
What?
Pete, you can steal.
I want to steal. I want to guess the clip. Okay, so I'm guessing it anyways.
Yeah, you are. That's why I'm asking. Guess the movie.
Fucking Miami Vice.
Miami Vice
At least I know that's Universal.
is incorrect. The answer was Oppenheimer.
Oh, okay.
Next clip. Tyler. Guess the movie that this sound is from.
All right.
The Fellowship of the Ring.
And I can't. Oh, okay.
We got a lot more of these clips apparently. You've been looking at the board, so let's get to it.
Hurry up. 5 seconds.
Jesus Christ.
5, 4,
3, 2, 1. Lord of the Rings. Fellowship of the Ring.
Sorry. That is correct.
You know, I thought it was gonna be a trick clip because, like, I didn't know
They
that
don't say it more than once.
No, just the ones.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
There's not many other opportunities to say it, other than like the Fellowship is ended, but that's in the same movie.
Yeah.
All right.
I almost said Clerks 2.
Pete.
All right, ready.
Guess this sound and what movie it's from.
Son of a bitch. That's Touchstone. No, it's the one with the
DreamWorks.
No, it's not.
It isn't. Or Try Pictures? No.
It's the one with the like the film strip. I think. I can't remember the name of it.
Shit.
I can envision it in my head.
Yeah.
Fuck. Home Alone.
Let me double check.
Not Touchstone. It's the fucking other one.
Let me Google that.
Miramax?
No, it's not Miramax.
Actually, no, that's not the game. That is incorrect.
Okay.
The answer was Mortal Kombat.
Oh, really?
What
What's
was
the production company?
Yeah, what's the
New Line Cinema.
New Line.
New Line Cinema. Oh.
Yeah.
I was wrong then.
Sorry, I didn't give you a chance to steal.
No, it's fine. I would not have guessed it anyway.
Okay.
I was right with the image though.
Yes, you were. Okay, who did I just? I asked you.
Bruce got it right. New Line Cinema.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Guess the sound for this movie.
Welcome to Jurassic Park.
That's directed towards me?
Yes.
It's yours.
Oh, I know that's
Can you buzz him out?
okay, fine, Jurassic Park. Yeah, let's go. Let's move along. Jurassic Park, yes, Jurassic Park.
The answer is correct. Good job.
You know, a fun fact about Tyler here is that I saw that movie in the womb of my own mother.
Okay. Pete.
Yes, I'm here.
Guess what what sound
Fucking intro. I
this
swear to
this
God.
movie is. I think I'm on this one.
Okay. Do it again.
What is that?
Give me it one more time. Okay.
You only get one more play. One more play.
One more play.
Tyler, do you know? I feel like you should know.
Yeah, I do.
Do you?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna say Big Trouble in Little China.
Big Trouble in Little China, huh? Not a bad guess,
Thank you.
but it
wrong.
is incorrect. Tyler, you could steal.
Indiana Jones
Then you need to be more specific.
and the Raiders of the Lost Ark.
That is correct.
Good job. Very good. What part of the movie is that, Tyler?
I think he knows exactly what part of the
It's
movie
in the
is.
beginning of the movie where he does the whip thing to
And
get
to
over
swing
to
over?
the swing over.
No, that's actually wrong.
What? Damn.
No points.
Lose points now.
Damn it.
It was when he's gonna duel the guy with the sword and he shoots him instead.
Oh yeah, I love that. I love that scene so goddamn much.
Is that way I'm spinning the
Yeah.
the
Yes.
sword? Pete! I thought it was nunchuck.
Well done.
Not to be confused with the Suicide Squad.
Yeah, just if you said the, I don't know.
Yeah.
Drop the the.
Out.
Okay.
Tyler, guess this sound.
Okay.
估唔到冇人邪神間接打動個人毒異物，將個潛能逼晒出嚟。
其實我哋應該一早就估到。
Okay.
And translate it.
Well,
What are they saying in this scene?
what are they saying in the scene?
No, I'm just kidding.
Oh,
If you could repeat exactly what they said in Mandarin,
yeah.
guarantee won't be offensive.
10.
Yeah.
9.
Probably.
You could pass if you want.
Oh,
8. 7.
Parasite.
6. That's it? That's a guess?
Yeah.
Parasite. That is incorrect.
Yeah, I figured. Yeah.
Pete!
Isn't Parasite Korean?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
You can steal.
Can I play the clip one more time, Alex? I wasn't paying attention.
I think it's this one.
Yeah, I think so.
估唔到冇人邪神間接打動個人毒異物，將個潛能逼晒出嚟。
其實我哋應該一早就估到。
I mean, the obvious answer is Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon.
That's what Bruce says.
I think that's too obvious.
Why is that the obvious choice?
I don't know.
It's the only Chinese foreign language film you can think of.
After all.
There's also Hero.
Neja 2.
There's
no, just kidding. You won't have access to that. Let me say. I'm gonna say Rush Hour.
Final answer.
Wrong.
No.
No?
Yes. Okay.
Okay. That is incorrect.
Is that right or wrong?
Oh, sorry, wrong.
Okay.
I'm giving you mixed signals.
What was it?
It was Kung Fu Hustle.
Dude, I almost fucking said that.
Kung Fu
I almost
Hustle.
said it because of he said like a name in there. Oh my god, it's so close.
He was saying this is Kung Fu Hustle, and that's what it translates to.
Yeah, great.
All right, Tyler.
Yes.
Guess the sound. Guess the movie that the sound is from.
Okay.
I'd like to take his face off.
Bonus points if you can name the director.
Oh Jesus Christ! What? I don't know if I can name the director, but it's
5.
Face Off with Nicolas Cage and John Travolta.
Face Off with Nicolas Cage and John Travolta.
Correct.
You're saying it's Face Off with Nicolas Cage and John Travolta?
Yes.
That is. Face Off with Nicolas Cage and John Travolta. Final answer. Face
Final.
Off with Nicolas Cage and John Travolta.
Final answer.
That full thing you just said.
Yes.
That is incorrect.
It is.
It's Face Off, Alex.
Are you stealing?
I'm stealing.
Okay, that is
Face Off.
correct.
I got Talking Donkey wrong because I added talking. You added with Nicolas Cage and John Travolta.
That's...
John Woo, directed by John Woo.
Oh, John Woo. I didn't know he did.
Unfair trivia.
Yeah.
John who?
All right. Last clip.
All right, let's clip.
Tyler,
Okay.
guess this sound.
The fuck?
I feel like this is tailored to you.
I can't even hear what that is. Do it one more time.
Let me get one more.
Okay, one more.
I had to be very careful with this one. Not to give too much away. And you're shot in the dark. Have you any idea?
I feel like I recognize the voice a little bit.
Bruce keeps suggesting the Batman is the answer.
Yeah.
It's not the Batman.
No, it's
Just to help you out a little bit.
Yeah, well, thank you. Man, like I
Nothing?
Pass.
Okay. Pete, you can steal.
I'm gonna be told I can't. If I say pass 2, I'm gonna get it wrong. So Dark Knight.
Dark Knight
Yeah.
is incorrect.
Yeah. I thought it was the Batman too. To be honest.
The
Bruce.
answer was The Lighthouse.
Ah, got it.
Oh,
Nice.
I knew I fucking recognized it. I didn't want to say the Lighthouse.
All right.
I knew it, but I didn't want to say the right answer.
Next question. Next question. Who? I just asked you.
Yeah.
Okay. Pete,
Yes, I'm here.
spell Tom Hanks.
Capital TOM space capital HANKS. Final answer.
That is correct.
Tyler, for bonus points, how does Tom Hanks sign his name when he types a letter to somebody? Because he's a typewriter aficionado.
How does he sign his name?
Yeah, he signs his name in a very specific way each time. Types it on the typewriter.
Yeah. I guess on a typewriter. I don't know. Like with a fountain pen.
No, he types it out. But what does he do? Does he just type the whole thing? Tom Hanks.
I don't know.
It's T. Hanks. Thanks.
That's clever.
I love it.
Clever.
Love it.
All right, Tyler.
Yes.
Sorry to Shanghai your trivia.
Tyler,
Yes.
spell Mahershala Ali.
Damn it. Mahershala Ali. That is Mahershala Ali. So MARISHELA period
What?
space ALE or ALI.
I don't even know what you said, but
I just you weren't even typing it out.
You're wrong 3 letters in.
that is incorrect. Pete, you can still.
Okay. MAHERSHELA space ALI.
Let me just double check real quick.
You didn't have it up? I could have spelled it correctly.
That is.
I'm curious about that E right there, the middle E. Mahershala.
Incorrect. You were right about that E being in the wrong place.
Mahershala.
Yes.
Mahershala with the A.
It's
Mahershala Ali, like Muhammad.
How many more questions you got?
A few.
Okay.
It's like I have several.
So if you're enjoying this, classmates, there's a whole trivia segment we did like a month long. Actually, took 2 months long.
Yeah.
Trivia bonus episodes, and one of the final rounds was a spelling round. It was spelling famous people's names. That was fucking infuriating.
Okay. Tyler.
Yes.
Bitten by my own snake.
Oh god.
In James Cameron's historical fiction Titanic, Jack and Rose have a whirlwind romance that includes Rose asking Jack to draw him like one of his French girls. At what timestamp does that scene begin?
Oh.
Within the minute?
Within the minute.
Okay.
At least.
Let me
Give me the hour, minute, and
Yeah.
for 500 extra points,
The second.
the seconds.
I don't know if I can get the second, but I believe
I know this.
that
I know this.
I believe that it was
Just
at
talking about this the other day.
I know. I mean, who
The
could?
timestamp.
I mean,
I have all this logged in a book.
Kate Winslet. How can you miss her?
I run Mr. Skin.
Tyler's
that's
Mr. Skin. He started when he was 4.
It's gonna be 1 hour and 33 minutes and 27 seconds.
That is incorrect. Pete, would you like a guess?
A guess. Okay, let's say 15 minutes to introduce all the characters. So that's 15 minutes to the tag starts at 30 minutes. Another 30 minutes. I'm gonna say 1 hour 25 minutes.
Seconds? You gonna throw the seconds?
Even.
Even. Flat.
Flat 127.
That is incorrect.
What is
Very close though.
Really?
1 hour, 21 minutes, and 19 seconds.
Ooh, I was close. That was like 3 minutes off.
Well, we were kind of in the same ballpark.
All right. Tyler.
Okay.
Next question.
Yes.
In James Cameron's historical fiction Titanic, Jack and Rose have a whirlwind romance that includes Rose asking Jack to draw him like one of his French girls. Is that true or false?
Wait, you said that too fast. What they have a whirlwind romance.
That includes Rose asking Jack to draw him like one of his French girls. Is that true or false?
Well, didn't we just have a question about that? Yeah, yes. Yes, that is true.
True.
What?
Interesting.
The Mandela effect is an interesting thing.
No way. There was no way.
That is correct.
All right.
Damn it.
Okay.
That felt spoon-fed to me.
It's unfair.
Pete.
Okay.
What former Hertz Rent-A-Car spokesperson was nearly cast as a titular role in Terminator?
He should know this because he's in the industry.
It's a trade secret.
Hertz rental car spokesperson.
Former.
Yeah, former. I'm assuming not today. Today.
He's still the spokesperson.
Was almost the Terminator.
Almost the Terminator. Don't look at the chat.
Okay, actually, I'll put that down. I'm gonna assume it's another big fella.
Nobody look. Don't look at the chat, Tyler.
Another big fella.
I'm gonna hide this.
Around that same era. For the original Terminator.
The original Terminator.
So late 80s.
Late 70s.
Late 70s?
Right?
No, Terminator
I'm sorry.
came out
Yeah, you're
in
right.
the 80s.
I'm thinking of Rocky.
Sylvester Stallone being her spokesperson.
I mean, not a bad cast. Terminator. I don't know. I'm gonna say fucking from Rocky, Ivan Drago himself, whatever his name is.
Ivan Drago.
Dolph Lundgren.
Yeah, Dolph Lundgren.
Dolph Lundgren.
No. Yeah, I got whatever.
Final answer?
Yeah, sure.
You could have another guess. You have 20 seconds.
20?
Because that's how long the drop is.
O.J. Simpson.
That is... Final answer?
Yeah, final answer.
That is correct.
Holy shit, really? Holy shit!
Yes, that is correct.
The juice?
He was he turned in the real Terminator.
I was gonna say
Killed that poor woman.
I was gonna say Jesse the Body
Killed
Ventura.
That poor woman.
Jesse Ventura was never a spokesperson for.
He can't talk.
Oh, yeah.
That's why the reason why I changed from Dolph Lundgren. I was like, he can't talk.
All right.
Yeah.
Next question.
Okay.
Tyler.
Please rent our cars. Please, our name is terrible.
What Chicago Bulls player with the initials of MJ and the jersey number of 23 acted alongside Bugs Bunny in Space Jam?
Oh, man.
3, 2, 1.
Oh, wait. I only get 3 seconds?
Wrong.
I didn't say that. I did Michael Jordan.
Tyler. I mean, Pete.
I'm going to go with Michael Jordan on that
He's
one.
correct.
Right. He gets 20 seconds. I get 3.
Yeah, you were milking it too much.
I was milking it.
Yeah.
I was thinking about other Chicago Bulls that had the initials of MJ.
Next question. According to The Ringer, which is a website, like a media website, and in the theme of Car Chase May, what is the 20th greatest car chase movie, according to The Ringer?
The 20th?
Yes, there's 20. They list 20.
Fast and Furious 3, Tokyo Drift.
Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift.
Yes.
That is incorrect.
Yeah, I figured.
Pete?
I'm going to say Fast 5.
Fast 5?
Yeah, Fast 5. Why not? I think it's actually higher on the list, but...
That's also incorrect.
What is it?
The answer is Quantum of Solace. James Bond movie.
Good car roll there.
All right, Tyler.
Okay.
For 1 million points.
Oh shit, okay.
Ronin, final question, by the way. Ronin is considered to be a movie with the best car chase scene, according to that same exact list ranking. Followed by Bullitt.
It was a good card scene.
Listen carefully.
Shut the fuck up.
Open your ears.
Okay.
Ronin is considered to be a movie with the best car chase scene, followed by Bullitt and then French Connection. Correctly rank the top 3 movies with car chase scenes from third to first.
All right.
Are you listening?
I believe that Ronin would be third, and French Connection would be second, and then the first would be the movie previously mentioned.
Well,
What's that?
I only heard the 2 movies. I'm sorry.
Wrong right away.
Oh, well, that's fine.
You were wrong right the first thing you said.
French Connection, Bullitt, Ronin.
Pete, you can steal.
Bullitt.
Yeah, French Connection, French Connection, Bullitt, Ronin.
Okay.
That is correct.
He gets a million points.
Oh, sorry.
Joseph can't handle his drops.
I can't. I just really want you to be wrong.
Yeah.
And that...
He gave me the order.
Huh? Yeah, you put it in reverse order.
He gave me the order, 1, 2, 3. He just said, rank it 3, 2, 1.
What can I say?
What can I say? I wasn't paying attention.
Well,
there's a lot going up here. Upstairs.
For what did I say? 1,000,000 points.
1,000,000 points. Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Pete is the winner.
Oh my god.
MCFC Trivia Unfair Edition. Thank you for playing. Tune in next week when I come up with something else. Maybe I don't know.
You won't even be here next week.
Yes, I will.
Yeah, just 2 weeks from now.
Oh, 2 weeks.
Well, I feel very vindicated.
Yes.
I got O.J. Simpson.
Yeah, you did.
That's all I need.
You got Indiana Jones in that tiny little clip.
Yeah. That's impressive. That is impressive.
Yeah. I know my Indiana Jones.
You know you're Jones. You're Jones in for Jones.
I am.
What'd you guys think of aggressive trivia versus unfair trivia?
I like the aggressive trivia a little bit more, but this was very fun.
I think I like the bit. I like the format. I think I just like the actual trivia though. So when I get a question that's like, "Hey, who's finding Nemo's dad?" I'm like, okay,
yeah.
I want more. I want to challenge myself.
What animal is Nemo?
Clownfish.
Well, when it came to the basketball question, I was really trying to think of like an obscure basketball player that had the initials of Michael Jordan.
But you don't watch basketball.
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a Steelers fan.
Name. Yeah, who's your basketball team?
My basketball team?
The Pittsburgh Steelers.
Who's your basketball team?
The Sixers.
It shouldn't take you that long if you watch basketball. It shouldn't take you that long to pick a team.
Not trying to
pick a team.
Yeah, the Kings, okay. Obviously.
Name 2 players on the Kings right now.
I have no idea.
Okay, you don't watch basketball. It's not a problem. You don't have to lie about it.
I can watch basketball, but not know the players. I like the game.
What's the last game you watched?
The last game that I watched?
I think they're not even playing.
I watched a Timberwolves game the other day. It was pretty cool.
The other day, the Kings aren't even playing right now.
Oh yeah, no, the Kings aren't playing.
It's okay. I'm just.
I mean, I just like watching the game. Like I don't have to be invested into the players and everything.
Who can pull a good number out of his hat? Dave Damashek. Now that's a true broadcaster.
Yeah, he is my Sherpa into the sports world.
Anyway, enough Captain Chatter. Let's get into some stream picks.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Movies.
Wanna watch a movie?
Yes, I do.
Disney Plus, HBO Max.
If I don't get the pick, show's over.
I have grown accustomed to Hulu Plus.
Amazon Prime.
I like Netflix.
You found the pick.
Stream picks, movies that we watch on our streaming services that we will either recommend or not recommend to you, Pete.
Okay, so I'll lead us off. I watched a few good chase movies.
Is that anything like A Few Good Men?
Yeah, similar.
Okay.
Very similar. All directed by Ron Howard. Or, I'm not Ron Howard. The fuck is his name? The guy who directed Princess Bride.
Robert Eggers.
No. I'm having a total brain fart.
Suicide Squad.
I'm just gonna kill me. Hold on a second. Rob Reiner.
Rob Reiner.
Yeah. Stupid. All right, so
guy directed Spinal Tap? Or was that Carl Reiner?
That's Rob Reiner.
Oh, really?
Carl Reiner's his dad. Rob Reiner directed This Is Spinal Tap, A Few Good Men, Misery.
What a weird
Stand By Me, and The Princess Bride all in a row.
Yeah,
that's right. what a stretch.
Yeah,
what a stretch.
Strange,
cultural, impactful movies.
Yes. So here's the 3 movies that I watched this week that were for Car Chase May. The original Gone in 60 Seconds. I'm going again from worst to best.
Mm-hmm.
This is not great. That acting is some of the worst acting I've ever seen. But I mean, it's a movie that was made in 1974 by an unknown director I've never heard of before, H.B. Halicki.
Gone in 60 Seconds was made in 1974. I thought there was a new one.
That's called a remake. That is a remake. This is the original one. And Henry Blight Halicki is the director.
Blight.
And he only directed 4 movies. Gone in 60 Seconds, Gone in 60 Seconds 2, which was in 1989.
Gone in 60 more seconds.
Yeah, that's 15 years later. Waited to direct the sequel.
Gone in 120 seconds.
The Junk Man and Deadline Auto Theft. What? This movie is more about insurance on cars than it is about like the actual stealing of the cars.
I actually did start watching this yesterday, but
really
I changed it.
And no, you're good call.
Good call.
It's not good, and one of the things I did like about it was they are talking at length about the injuries that people are sustained from the car crashes, because during this car chase, I like the Bruce's suggestion, passive aggressive trivia next week.
I've thought about that. I gotta find a way to do it.
About it.
I thought about doing like toxic boyfriend trivia.
Ooh, that's good.
You really think that's a good answer?
You know, I actually told you that last week. I should be responsible for that correct answer.
Yeah.
Gaslight trivia. And then Dan Smith says, I missed unfair trivia, but the aggressive trivia had him in stitches. Well, we're re-releasing this on Monday. Anyways, so Gone in 60 Seconds. Yeah, skip it. Not great. The 1974 version. There's a couple people that I thought looked familiar, but I looked through the cast and I didn't recognize literally any names on here. But they talk about like it's a lot of it's told from like the perspective of the police officers chasing the people who are stealing the cars, and they're like traffic collision at this intersection. It's in Long Beach, it's in LA. Traffic collision here, multiple injuries on scene, and then it'll cut back to like the carnage that happened from the car chase, and there's like people leaning out of their car and bleeding and stuff, and you're like, shit. They're like, it's not like an Avengers movie where half the world's being destroyed and you never see any of the carnage until the next movie, and they're like,
it's just all
destroyed New York City. We should fucking kill them out or whatever.
Yeah, they talk like bros.
That's how I assume most of the Avengers movies are. So yeah, Gone in 60 Seconds. I'd say it's worth a skip.
It's more like the dialogue in those movies, like, he's right behind me, isn't he? It's like that.
Yeah. It's streaming on Peacock if you want to dip your toe in. Also, Hoopla, Fandango at home for free, Pluto and Plex. Next one, I watched Next Funnest Movie, or Good, whichever way you want to categorize it. The remake, Gone in 60 Seconds, from the year 2000.
This is following an Italian Job sort of pipeline here.
Yes. I've never seen the original of both of those. I loved, the Italian Job I like. Gone in 60 Seconds I love. From the year 2000, Dominic Senna. This came out when I was a freshman in high school. Fucking loved it. Thought it was great. It's right when I first started getting into cars. And it's got Angelina Jolie playing what I consider a spiritual successor to her character in Hackers, because she's got the bleach blonde hair and the fake twisty dreads. She's definitely trying to be edgy and super cool, but kind of comes off as lame and way try-hardy, which is kind of par for the course for Angelina Jolie, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Giovanni Ribisi, Robert Duvall, our old pal, the great one, Delroy Lindo. He's in this. Timothy Oliphant, Chi McBride, Christopher Eccleston, who played one of the doctors.
Yes.
Will Patton, William Lee Scott, Scott Kahn, James Duvall, TJ Cross, Vinnie Jones, Bullitt Tony, and all kinds of other people you recognize.
Bullets.
Yeah.
Star-studded cast.
Star-studded cast. And this one is a lot more fun, and it's definitely more Hollywood, so it's less like a good movie as it is an entertaining movie.
Sure.
Super, super fun. And the concept is Giovanni Ribisi is stealing cars for a bad guy played by Christopher Eccleston. And he says he gets popped and he loses some of the cars or something. And he's indebted to him. He's going to kill him unless he can basically finish the laundry list of cars that Christopher Eccleston's character is going to export to rich socialites in Europe. And they're going to take all these exotic cars and just modern new cars, put them on a shipping container and send them overseas and sell them. He can't do that because he gets popped. Giovanni Ribisi gets popped. His character is Kip. And Nicolas Cage plays his brother, which one of the greatest names of all time in cinema history, Memphis Reigns. So fucking...
Sounds like a stripper name.
Yeah, lame. Lame in the best way. And their goal is to steal 50 cars. He has a list of 50 cars. And they name all the cars after women. And the elusive one he can never get. Every time he tries to steal Eleanor, it's a 67 or 68 fastback Mustang GT500 edition. And something always goes wrong. So him and Eleanor have a history. It's not this one car. It's just this one model of car.
One.
Yeah. Oh, I see.
Yeah. So the model is the name. So it's almost like you're saying, a 61 Cadillac Eldorado. That's, Carol. So anytime you see a 61 Cadillac Eldorado, you can say, oh, look, there's Carol. There could be 100 Carols on the road, but, so that's the concept. Mm-hmm. And he comes out of retirement, quote unquote retirement, because he left the game. His mom begged him to leave the game.
I'm out of the game.
Yeah. And there's a great bit at the beginning where he's revealed to him, and he's basically coaching little kids on how to race go-karts. Mm-hmm. But they're like 4 years old. They're like so small, and it's adorable. The fun about this movie is all the different exotic cars, all the really cool cars. It is a time capsule movie, so it feels very 2000. The soundtrack is legitimately fun, and I like the soundtrack. It's a lot of throwbacks, and they're like, you're just having a good time. This is almost like put on some Creed, pound some Coors Banquet beers in the garage, go in, enjoy yourself some Gone in 60 Seconds with Nicolas Cage. Feels like a Michael Bay movie, but it's directed by Dominic Sena, who also did Swordfish.
Oh yeah,
Swordfish.
That's the hacker movie.
Is it?
Swordfish.
It's like Hugh Jackman. He's like a hacker or
he's
something.
A hacker,
and Halle Berry's tits are in it.
Yeah, I was gonna say Halle Berry's naked in that, topless at least. That's the only thing I know. Very formative for my young self in the year 2001. Yeah, John Travolta is the bad guy. So anyways, Gone in 60 Seconds, that is streaming. Let's see what's the streaming. I might have rented this one. Yeah, I had to rent this one, $4. Worth it. Very, very fun. Car chases in this, delightful. Very fun.
Okay.
Yeah, there's mostly thieving, carjacking more than car chasing, but it's a lot of fun. And they steal all 50 cars in one night, which is ridiculous but fun. All right, so next one up for Car Chase May. A movie that I've been wanting to watch for a very long time, from 2004, an Australian production called Torque. Have you heard of Torque?
Oh, I've heard of it, yes.
Yeah.
Torque.
I did watch
Biker
that
Boys.
Yeah.
When did you see this?
You know what? I can't tell you, but I know.
Rough ballpark. Like last couple years, childhood?
Sophomore year.
Okay, got it. High school.
Yeah, high school.
So this guy also directed a shit ton of Mariah Carey music videos and Janet Jackson music videos.
Oh, interesting.
Also the Power Rangers movie from 2015. Not the one that you think it is.
Oh.
It was one that has James Vanderbeek in it as one of the Power Rangers.
Oh.
He also directed a movie called Detention from 2011 about some kids that are zombie invasion while they're all in detention. Josh Hutcherson's in it too, and Dane Cook.
Oh,
so
sign me up.
Yeah. And surprise, Dane Cook's also in Torque.
Oh, really?
You are going to be surprised at the cast of this movie. So listen to this. Here's the cast from Torque from 2004. And I'll tell you, it's about a motorcycle riders instead of it's like Fast and Furious, but with motorcycles.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Biker Carrie Ford is framed by an old rival and biker gang leader for the murder of another gang member who happens to be the brother of Trey, the leader of the most feared biker gang in the country. Ford is now on the run trying to clear his name for the murder, with Trey and his gang looking for his blood. This is starring Martin Henderson, a person you wouldn't know, but also Ice Cube, Monet Mazur, another Australian you wouldn't recognize, Jamie Presley, Matt Scholes, Jay Hernandez, Christina Milian, Faison Love, Adam Scott, Dane Cook.
Oh.
There's a couple other people in here I can think of. I guess no more than I recognize. It feels like every time I turn around, I see somebody I recognize in this. And this is it's like the FP crossed with Romeo plus Juliet from Baz Luhrmann, crossed with Dragon Ball Evolution, crossed with Speed Racer. It is like a comic book cartoon come to life. At one point, he finds this motorcycle that has a jet engine on it. And he rides it.
Jet engine.
He drives it through what is supposed to be downtown LA. It's clearly shot in Australia, and they keep referencing how they're going to go back to Inglewood. Like Ice Cube and his gang of
gotta get back to Inglewood.
Yeah, his gang of biker boys. They're all from Inglewood, and
we're in Irvine right now.
Yeah, exactly. If you look outside, it's like a fucking kangaroo jumping by. But he gets on this jet powered motorcycle, and they're driving at 160 miles per hour.
Okay.
Through downtown Los Angeles. The scene lasts about 8 minutes. They would have gone hundreds of miles in the amount of time that scene took place. through downtown LA.
Jesus.
They're passing cars going like 160 miles an hour.
I do.
And he's being chased by a guy on a chopper style motorcycle with big ape hangers on it.
Okay.
That supposedly also can go 160 miles an hour.
He's a Ghost Rider.
Even though they just found this like mythical jet powered bike that is required to go that fast.
What? Required.
While they're doing that, they're like punching each other and kicking each other and like jumping off of like a street sign falls and they jump off of it and like bounce off of the building and jump down on top of them and they're like punching each other.
Sounds like an anime.
It's like an anime. It's like Kung Fury or something. So the end of this movie is like that. The first 2/3 of the movie is like a lighter shade of that. Like they really leaned into the absurdity of it at the very end. And I think this movie is fucking fantastic. This is one of the funniest fucking
Sounds
things.
like a fun movie.
It's super fun. Like and at one point the female lead, who's like the romantic interest of the main guy, he's a Kurt Russell coded in this movie.
Oh, okay.
And she says something to him, and he's like walking away from her, and he says, "Well, yeah, baby, I live my life quarter mile at a time."
What?
And I'm like, "Isn't that a Fast and Furious line?" And then she goes, "That is the dumbest fucking line I've ever heard in my life." And this movie came out 3 years after Fast and Furious,
Oh,
so
my
they're
God.
100% poking fun of that genre.
Interesting. I don't see a torque like too torquiest
I
movie.
know it literally just came and went, and I'm like, this is a gem of a movie. I have to tell you, it's really, really fun. And if you take it seriously, you're not gonna have a good time, but you should watch it anyways.
This would never happen.
Yeah, this is also a $4 rental, and it's worth more. So
It's worth more.
I would pay $4.50 for this.
At least $5. Okay, so those are my car chase movies. I watched a movie that just hit Peacock. I think it's Peacock. Let me see, make sure. No, it's on Max. I'm sorry, HBO Max.
HBO Max.
Newly renamed HBO Max.
Yeah.
From starring Nicole Kidman and this other fucking guy, Harris Dickinson, who is not charismatic in any way. And
Harry Dick.
And Harry Dick.
Harry's Dickinson.
And he's supposed to be this charming, charismatic, like Dom to the submissive Nicole Kidman, who's this power CEO. This movie's called Baby Girl, came out last year.
Okay.
Directed by Helena Rain, who did Bodies, which I loved. And this movie stinks.
Oh no!
It's so.
I thought you were going from worst to best.
Car chase movies now. This is normal movies.
Different category.
Yeah, we're on the next category.
Different category. Okay.
A high-powered CEO puts her career and family on the line when she begins a torrid affair with her much younger intern. This is like learning BDSM on the go.
Sounds like Secretary.
Secretary?
With James Spader and Maggie Gyllenhaal.
Oh, yeah, I've heard about that. I haven't seen it.
Yeah. Where she's a secretary and they get into a relationship like that.
But except for she's the CEO in this case.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The tables have turned. It's like Ghostbusters with chicks.
And she's clearly broken, which is the only kind of saving grace to this, is that like all this, like the back and forth banter between her and him, none of it is sexy. None of it is like, oh, I believe it. I could see why she falls for that guy. He's like a fucking dope. He's like a Pete Davidson type guy who gets a job as an intern at our company, and she's a CEO of this like automation firm that like manufactures automated equipment for like an Amazon sort of company that picks merchandise up and stuff.
I wish I could be in that situation.
And he shows up and he's just like, "Oh, hey, what's up?" And she's like, "Oh, I'm gonna fuck that guy." Like there's no lead up to it.
I'm fucking in for sure.
Yeah, exactly.
But
she's
idea.
broken, so I mean there's that aspect, so you kind of like, okay, we'll give it a pass. But the writing doesn't, I don't know, it's hard to, I feel like it would be really hard to write in a believable romantic relationship or a believable like sexy relationship. And they failed here. Completely failed, in my opinion.
That's such a good idea, though. Like, you know, like just like the
Sure. I mean, it's got
power dynamic.
Story's got legs. Yeah. And then, of course,
there's an idea there.
And of course, she's a high-powered CEO. And
Antonio Banderas is in this.
He's her husband.
Yeah.
You leave Antonio Banderas, the Latin silver fox himself, still in good shape too, by the way.
I'm sure.
And he's dicking her down nightly. And she, instead of like just talking to him and saying, hey, how do I do like this? Hey, why don't we get some toys in the bedroom?
Taking her down.
Instead of that, she just finds a fucking dopey ass plain dude intern, and is like, oh yeah, I'm gonna be his sub. And that's what it is. The dynamic is that she doesn't want to be the dominant one. She wants to be the submissive one.
Yeah, because she's a CEO, right? That's how it goes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's.
But the guy doesn't know either. So he's just like, at one point they have this like meeting in a hotel room.
Yeah,
an encounter
of sorts, and he's just like, he's like, so like, what do you want to do? And she's like, what do you mean? I mean, like, you want to like kiss or something? And they like start to kiss, and she's no, we can't do that. And he's like, I guess get on your knees. And that's it. That's the whole. It's like the whole.
I guess
evolution of that sex scene, and then she just gets on hands and knees. And
we can't kiss.
I know, and there's this weird dynamic where she's kind of treated like a dog because the first time she saw him, he was calming a dog on the street that was like kind of on the loose, a loose dog, and he was able to calm her down and then give it off to the owner. And she's like walking on hands and on all fours and like drinking milk out of a saucer or something like that. Is it a cat or a dog?
Like a dog.
Yeah, like a dog. So it's just really messy and uneven. And I like this. It's not about kink shaming. It's not about body shaming. It's just a messy ass movie.
That's a shame because there is an idea there.
Sure, and I think a lot of people would enjoy this. I mean, it's got some high ratings, but it's for the most part, it just left me very confused about like what the message was, and also why am I watching these two people figure out how to fuck each other? Like I want
some experienced professionals out there
to take the reins. I'm Nicole Kidman in this situation. Take the reins.
So you have a Dom coming of age story.
Yeah, kind of. But like it's not told from his perspective. It was told from his perspective.
You have a sub coming of age story.
Well, that's for sure. I mean,
realizing, wait a minute,
we've seen that in 50 Shades of Grey.
I didn't see it.
Yeah, neither did I. So, anyways, that's not good. Don't watch that.
Okay.
But the one that I want to talk about is an interesting zombie movie I never heard before. Brianna was watching it. I jumped on board. It's not amazing. It's pretty low budget, but for a low budget movie, it did a good job. It's called It Stains the Sands Red from 2016. And
or else it gets the hose again.
In the throes of a zombie apocalypse, a troubled woman from Las Vegas with a dark past finds herself stranded in the desert with a lone and ravenous zombie on her tail. So her and her boyfriend are driving a car through the middle of the desert towards Las Vegas to go do something, and the car breaks down, and when they get out of the car, a zombie eats her boyfriend. And he's kind of a douchebag, tool bag. And she's a stripper. She's in stripper heels and a leather like tube top.
Yeah, so she's not ready for the desert.
And she's like, oh no! And then she basically runs off into the desert, and the zombie just chases her over the course of like 5 days through the desert.
God.
And then they
can't even imagine the smell.
And then they get to know each other.
Like the zombie and the stripper
again.
That's right.
Oh, it's like warm bodies.
He's
little
cognizant. Like
I'll let you decide. So it goes kind of up and down into a few different ways, and I didn't always love the way it went, but it's interesting because like the zombie movies, you kind of have to do something new to get the hook out to differentiate yourself from every other zombie movie out there. And this was different. It felt cool and like unique. So ultra low budget, but worth a watch, I think. And that one is streaming. I think it's on AMC. Let me confirm that. Okay, I know we did stream that. No, it's on Prime. Prime, Peacock. Oh, it is on AMC. Hoopla, Fandango at Home, and Plex. So, not amazing movie, but interesting. If you like zombie stuff and you're looking for something new, give that a shot. It Stains the Sands Red. That's it.
Okay, right. Tyler.
All right, I have a couple of streaming picks as well.
Yeah!
Going off of our car chase scene month, I watched a 2000 movie, Romeo Must Die, starring the beloved Jet Li. This movie
and DMX.
And God, yeah, DMX is not great in this movie.
He's also in Exit Wounds with Steven Seagal.
He's also not great.
And also not great. especially with Steven Seagal. I've learned to dislike the human being Steven Seagal. DMZ or DMX, I like his music. It's okay. Romeo Must Die. I thought I had saw this movie before because the name sounded familiar. And Jet Li, you know, he was at the height of his career in the early 2000s. And for whatever reason, I thought I had seen this movie, and then it just came across my desk, and I was like, yeah, I've seen this movie before, but have I seen this movie? I have not. And so I watched it again, and it's a really, really cheesy action movie. But the car chase scenes in it are very entertaining. And I actually forgot that there was a car chase scene in this movie.
Well, you forgot you watched the entire movie before.
I didn't. Yeah. I mean, like, I didn't watch this movie because of Car Chase May. I just watched it because I thought I had watched it, and so I was going to revisit it. And then when I was watching it, I was like, oh, I've never seen this movie before. I only saw it like probably on the shelves of a video rental store. And yeah, this movie is not, it's good for what it is. I'm not gonna say that it's a bad movie. I think that the acting is very subpar, but for what the story is, and the performances that execute the story, I think it's fine. This is kind of like what I would describe as a mid movie that I've always championed for, and I really I had a good time watching it. I didn't have a bad time watching it. If you're looking for an avenging cop seeking out his brother's killer and falls for the daughter of a businessman who's involved in a money deal with his father kind of movie, well, I mean, you probably could find something a little bit better.
So are you recommending this or not?
Yeah, I am.
You know what? Yes.
Yeah.
If you want that ultra hyper specific thing, you could find a better movie.
Probably.
But watch it anyways.
Yeah.
You can watch another Jet Li movie.
Well, this is streaming on Amazon Prime. So yeah, check it out. Okay. Fun. Next movie that I watched a Netflix original movie, Nanas, starring
Nanas?
Yeah, starring Vince Vaughn.
Like grandmas, nanas?
Yeah, it's like an Italian movie.
Where's our Italian drop? We
okay.
have one.
Do we?
Yeah, the spaghetti.
Oh yeah, hold on. Go ahead. Continue.
Go ahead.
So after losing his beloved mother, a man risks everything to honor her by opening an Italian restaurant with actual grandmothers as the chefs. So it's based off of a true story about this guy who opens up a restaurant in Staten Island, and he gets the quote-unquote nanas to be the chefs of the restaurant, which I found hilarious. And God, this music is distracting.
Go on.
It's distracting.
I'm helping you sell the bananas.
So Vince Vaughn is the main character, and he loses his mom at the beginning of the movie, and then in order to honor his mother, he buys an Italian restaurant and then hires the elderly Italians around.
Yes, you said that part already.
Okay, well, I mean,
and then what happens?
And then the restaurant becomes a success. Like, it's a very simple Lifetime kind of movie. Vince Vaughn, like, I like Vince Vaughn as an actor. Like, I know there's some, criticisms against his acting ability, but I've always liked him in everything that he's been in. I don't think I've ever seen anything that I've detested him in any sort of media. So that's Nana's Netflix original movie streaming on HBO Max. Oh wait, no, Netflix.
Is the next movie Italian too? I just want to know if I should keep playing the music or not.
No, it is not.
Damn it.
Next movie that I am streaming picking is Shortcut to Happiness.
Oh, I thought it was Italian. My bad. That's not Italian.
Shortcut to Happiness.
Easy.
Hey, what's the matter with you?
This is directed by Alec Baldwin, starring Alec Baldwin. And
He directed it.
Oh,
Yeah, he directed it and starred in it. Also starring Anthony Hopkins as well. Jennifer Love Hewitt playing the devil.
Oh.
Jennifer Love Hewitt's the devil?
Yeah. And
wow, this is an interesting movie.
I thought it was Joe Biden this whole time.
No.
Hillary Clinton, according to the Republicans.
This is another example of
Why do you still talk about her? I don't get why.
What, Hillary
bring
Clinton?
her up.
Hillary Clinton?
Yeah.
What about the emails?
Yeah.
She had emails.
No,
Right,
they're
sorry.
talking about buttery males.
Okay.
Anyways, Shortcut to Happiness. Yeah, directed and starring Alec Baldwin, and also starring the late great Anthony Hopkins.
What? He's still alive?
Oh, he is.
Yeah, he's there.
Why'd you say the late? Did you assume
technically he's there?
Assume that he's dead?
It was a stupid joke. Anyways,
I'm joking.
so a down and out writer,
Okay.
a down and out writer, Alec Baldwin's character sells his soul to the devil in exchange for fame and fortune. This movie is the epitome of early 2000s movies. I thought this was a very well-paced movie. Alec Baldwin was a little bit jarring to see on screen, considering all of the events that had happened in the past couple of years.
This movie was made before that, right?
Yes.
Oh.
And I thought it was really... you know what? It's interesting. I was thinking about it, that this movie is actually kind of terrifying in a way. Because selling your soul to the devil, like, they make it ambiguous. The devil makes it ambiguous in the movie. The devil makes it ambiguous. Like, okay, so, like, you can have this fame and fortune for 10 years, and then I have your soul after the 10 years. But the devil doesn't say what happens after the 10 years.
That's not ambiguous, though. That's pretty direct.
No, I mean, like, they don't say it directly, like, we're not going to tell you what happens to your soul. It's just like, it says, well, we're going to take your soul after 10 years. And there's a point where Alec Baldwin's character says, well, what happens after the 10 years is up? And the devil doesn't say a word. And so throughout the whole movie, I'm thinking in the back of my head, it's like, okay, so, like, what the hell is going to happen to him? Like, what happens, like, if you sell your soul to the devil?
I'm beginning to think this devil guy is not somebody to be trusted.
Well, I mean, because it got me...
like he's surreptitiously tricking you.
Well, it got me thinking, though. It's like, okay, well, like, if I sold my soul to the devil, like, it would have to be something, like, you know, like, it's like the pros and cons sort of thing. It's
what
like,
would you sell your soul to the devil for?
Well,
see,
I mean, I'll kill somebody for $100,000.
I was not.
It's like 50,000.
No, it was
46,000.
No, it was $750,000.
That was your first offer. I talked you down to about 46,000.
Oh yeah, you did.
The minimum you would take, was pretty low.
$3,500.
So I don't think your soul would be that much of a.
Well, so that's the thing, though, is I would be a lot more inquisitive about, like, the terms of, like, what would happen if I had to sell my soul. Like, okay, so they give me a contract to say, let's say I can become, like, you know, like a prolific poet or something like that.
All right, Tyler, sell me your soul and I'll make you a prolific poet.
Okay, well, what happens?
Thank you for seeing me, Mr. Devil.
What happens when I give you my soul, though?
He just said
I own your soul. I can do whatever I want with it.
What does that mean? What does that entail? Like, how does that affect?
It's not for you to know. That's for me to find out.
It's his now. He can do whatever he wants.
Yeah.
Well, see, that's the point, though. It's like,
take it or leave it.
Yeah.
Do you want to be a prolific poet or not?
Yeah. Do you want to be a prolific poet, or do you not want to be?
Then I leave it then, because, like, I don't know what that means. Is that like an internal damnation sort of thing? Like, I don't know.
You won't know.
Exactly.
I'll just go talk to Shel Silverstein and see how that worked out well for him. Living the entire life, his entire life in the Playboy Mansion, getting his dick sucked every time he wants.
Shel Silverstein.
Prolific poet.
Didn't he write children's books?
Famous cocksmith. Yeah. Where the Sidewalk Ends, Light in the Attic, things like that.
Yeah, very, very much of our
Great.
childhood.
Loved him. Have his books.
Looks like a monster.
I don't think he looks like a monster. He looks like a sexual demon.
Nah, he looks like a guy who's very happy. Getting blown every 10 minutes.
Oh, that's a Jew.
And then I have
one of the more famous ones.
And then I have one anti-streaming pick. This is streaming.
You watched 4 movies?
Wait, hold on. Wait. What did you say? Would you recommend this Devil movie?
Yeah.
Did you say?
Shortcut to Happiness? Yeah, definitely.
Where's it streaming?
Definitely. That's streaming
It sounds
on
like
Amazon Prime.
It sounds like Bedazzled, but
I was thinking that's the more famous Sell Your Soul to the Devil movie.
with Brendan Fraser.
Yeah, it's really
the most gorgeous Elizabeth Hurley.
Yeah, Jennifer Love Hewitt
I
plays.
could buy myself a Big Mac.
Jennifer Love Hewitt plays a very terrifying devil in this movie. Yeah, high recommend.
She's got a strong presence.
I forgot Dan Aykroyd is in this movie as well.
Who's he play?
He just plays a side character, but he gets
It's me,
killed
Dan
off.
Aykroyd.
Yeah.
Remember?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Very.
This came out 4 years after Bedazzled.
For myself, it's a very thought-provoking movie. I don't know. Maybe it's because of the position I have.
So you were wondering what it means to sell your soul to the devil,
right?
And what do they do with it?
Yeah.
And is it worth whatever you're buying?
Yeah.
He has sex with the devil in this.
Yes, he does.
I'm watching the trailer right now.
Yeah, that's how you.
5.4 on IMDb.
That's how you seal the
That's how you seal the
contract.
deal.
Man or woman.
Yeah, that's yeah. And then my anti-streaming pick is The Wood, directed by Tyler Perry.
The Wood?
Yes.
Okay.
Holy shit! This movie, it did make me laugh.
1999.
I'm not gonna lie. This movie did make me laugh, but it's also very terrible as well. Like, and it edges on the line of being so bad it's good, but it
what?
It edges on.
I would like.
It edges on the line of being so bad it's good, but it mostly is kind of leaning towards it's just bad.
Tyler, do me a favor.
Yes.
Can you flip your phone face down?
Huh?
Can you flip your phone face down?
Huh?
I'll give you $5 if you can name me one actor in this movie.
Oh, I can't.
Do it.
Continue.
So, anyways,
name one actor in this movie.
I know there's one I can name. I can't. Fuck.
The movie you just watched that you said you enjoyed.
Tyler Perry's The Wood.
But it is an anti-streaming pick.
Yes.
7.0 on IMDb.
What? It is a 7.0.
Would not recommend. But the 5.4 related Shortcut to Happiness.
Would
high recommend. What's the difference between these two movies, Joseph, do you think? The cast is full of a certain type of person.
Don't do it. Don't do that. Don't
Interesting.
Name one person in the cast of The Wood.
I can't.
Oh my God.
You sure about that?
No, I can't.
It used to be a joke. Now I'm not so sure.
I don't.
Now I know.
I know. I
hate
can.
that game.
I can. I can't.
It's okay. Continue. I'm just.
It's a movie directed by Tyler Perry.
Just thinking.
Yeah.
Just
think about that.
Continue.
Yeah. I mean, like there's some funny. Like I said, it edges on being so bad it's good, but it's like really right down the middle. So I don't know. I mean, it's okay. I mean.
But you're not recommending it.
I'm not recommending it.
He specifically says it's an anti-streaming pick.
Yeah, I'm not recommending
First anti-streaming pick from Tyler in a long time.
Yeah. Yep.
Tyler Perry is not in this movie.
Oh, he's probably in it.
Yeah, he probably. I think I did recognize him at one point.
I was gonna say probably you watched it.
Yeah. But yeah, that's all I have. I watched the South Park movie, the post-COVID South Park movie on Paramount Plus. Pretty good.
Okay.
And that's it.
All right. I have watched one movie.
All right.
I thought I had watched another one. I actually, you know what? I did technically have a movie on yesterday while I was making the trivia, but that trivia took me like 3 hours to make, by the way. It did it really? Yes, it did. Gathering clips, editing them down, making sure that they weren't the right, like super obvious. Other than the ones that were super obvious. And I had put on the Italian Job remake, and I couldn't tell you what it's about.
Can I say one thing before you get into this?
Okay,
I'm sorry.
About what?
I
we
have to say this.
Are we still about the wood?
Yes.
Okay.
I have to say this. Tyler Perry has nothing to do with this movie.
Wait, he doesn't?
What?
I thought
Tyler Perry has nothing to. This is concerning.
Wait, where?
At this point.
Well, what makes you
directed by? Go ahead.
What makes you think Tyler Perry directed this?
I thought I saw his name. I thought I saw his name in the credits.
Is there somebody named Tyler or Perry?
I'm gonna look.
There's no way. I thought it was.
Is the cast predominantly black?
Yes, they are. Yes, they are.
So you assumed it was Tyler Perry?
No, I didn't. I thought it was. I thought
it's full of
I thought I saw his name. I swear to God, I thought I saw his name. It's not. He's not a part of that project.
So he's not the director. It's Rick Famuyiwa. He's not listed as an actor in it. So I'm going to look under as a production credit because Tyler Perry's been known to produce a lot of movies. So let's see.
How long is it? I mean, I assume he's been in the business for a while, but this was 1999.
99, yeah.
God, I thought he was. Oh man, that's embarrassing.
No association whatsoever. Whatsoever. The first movie Tyler's ever stream picked on the show that had a black centric cast. Called it a Tyler Perry movie.
Oh no.
With no association to him, and it's an anti-streaming pick. Highest rated movie of the week, by the way, on your of your streaming picks.
What? Oh, God damn it! I should have.
I made a commitment to be nicer to Tyler.
How?
I should.
But I have to. I have to
No,
speak the truth.
No, I should have. I swear to God, I swear to God, I saw his name in there when I was watching it. I thought I saw his name in there. All right. Well, I mean, that's.
How embarrassing.
And if I'm wrong, I'll eat my words. It's just.
But that's not how about you were seeing it right now.
It's just concerning. Like maybe maybe wrote it or something. Maybe
his
first writing credit was 2002, so he wasn't even doing anything in '99.
He wasn't even
born yet.
Wow. I mean, that is
okay.
Yeah. No.
Well.
All right. Well,
Sorry. Back to Joseph.
Okay. I watched one movie. Technically, I didn't even log Italian Job on Letterboxd because I didn't technically watch it. I was making this trivia.
Okay.
The one movie that I did watch streaming on HBO Max now is a sequel to The Silence of the Lambs, Hannibal.
Oh, okay.
Oh, nice.
Which I only learned was directed by Ridley Scott after I watched it.
Oh, cool.
Because it does not feel like a Ridley Scott movie.
It's one with Gary Oldman in it, right?
Whatsoever, yes. Gary Oldman as a deformed,
burn victim,
wheelchaired,
motherfucker, wheelchair-bound.
Wheelchair-bound
Wait, is this
person.
the one with Edward Norton in it?
That's Red Dragon.
Oh, Red Dragon. Okay, that's what I thought.
This is the direct sequel, I guess, to Silence of the Lambs, which is Silence of the Lambs, great movie. This movie, not so great. But
Really?
I had a fun time watching it. Seems to be a theme here. Torek.
Yeah.
The mid-devil movie you watched, and then this one.
Shortcut to Happiness.
Yeah. Okay, we have Julianne Moore playing Jodie Foster's character as Clarice.
Clarice Darling.
And Anthony Hopkins, the still alive Anthony Hopkins, as Hannibal Lecter, and Ray Liotta as
that's right, he is in that
as a DA or a lawyer or
as a detective.
Yeah. And this is more of a fun version of Silence of the Lambs, because you have Gary Oldman, who is a victim of the only surviving victim of, other than I guess from the first movie. I guess they forgot about her and the well.
No, that's Buffalo Bill's victim.
Oh, that's right, Buffalo Bill. You're right. My bad. The only surviving victim of Hannibal Lecter specifically is Gary Oldman's character, who has we have a brief flashback of.
Oh, that's right. He's not a burn victim. He has his face removed.
Yeah, he is Hannibal Lecter persuaded him to. He's like, cut off your face. as he's like hanging himself, doing some like autoerotic asphyxiation type thing. And Clarice being played by Julianne Moore. Julianne Moore is a good actress, although I don't think she puts on a Southern accent very well.
I liked her in this though.
And I like the story of this because essentially you have a police officer in Italy, I believe. I think it's Italy.
Yeah, it's Italy.
Who kind of goes rogue and wants to catch Hannibal Lecter by himself because he's on the run because he escaped in the first movie. And because there's like a $3 million reward to catch him.
Oh, yeah.
Motivation right there.
Right? So he withholds information to Clarice as she's trying to find him. And she's using Gary Oldman as assistants, a la the first movie where he was using Hannibal Lecter for assistance to find Buffalo Bill. And things like turn out Hannibal Lecter's too smart for a lot of like everybody. Even though he's this old man, he's very physically able to fend off people and just surprise them with chloroform and he's like almost like a superhero. It feels like.
He's a cannibalistic superhero.
He's a doctor, right? He's a therapist, a psychiatrist or something.
Yeah.
But he has a physical prowess that is to be reckoned with.
Yeah.
And the Gary Oldman's character is out for vengeance. Essentially, he's become obsessed with Hannibal Lecter, and he has hired some goons to train some pigs to eat a human. Essentially,
Why is he so mad? He did it himself.
I know. I know.
I forgot about the pigs aspect of it. Oh my god!
And he has a live-in caretaker, who's a doctor, is like private physician, who is like also his waiter and butler and everything, handles everything for him because he can't move. I had a fun time watching it. It's not really a good movie, but it's Hannibal worldwide. He's beyond the American borders, and it's a entertaining movie.
Hannibal worldwide,
and you get the scene with Ray Liotta eating his own brains.
That was disturbing.
Which I first saw via Scary Movie 2.
Yeah,
and I always assumed that I know that Scary Movies was a parody of everything, like every popular horror movie, but I had not seen this movie when I first watched that, so I thought it was just made up for that.
Yeah.
But seeing it, I'm like, oh, that was in a movie.
Yeah,
damn,
it's pretty insane.
Yeah. But yeah, I had a good time streaming on HBO Max, and I will recommend not a movie. I know this isn't TV class, but I've been watching a show also on HBO Max called How To with John Wilson, and it is a Nathan Fielder adjacent type show, and it's actually produced by Nathan Fielder. And it is about this filmmaker in New York who talks about different topics. Every episode starts with how to do something, and the way he films and edits each episode. He's really good at pairing visuals with what he's talking about, like in a very unique way. So there was one episode where it's like how to clean your ears. And every episode starts with that premise and then it goes off on a tangent.
Okay.
And in one episode, he ends up walking onto the CEO of Bang's house, like Bang Energy, the energy drink.
Yeah.
He just walks up to it and says he's with HBO, and it's like he walks in the middle of a baby shower. And I can't even tell you how he got there because it's bonkers. But one episode specifically is about how to improve memory or how to remember better. And it starts off with him talking to an award-winning memory champion. There's competitions to remember things.
Yeah,
right?
Those guys are insane.
And
crazy.
She's talking about strategies on how some people remember things, and then she explains this one strategy about assigning memories to a room in your head.
I've heard
the
that.
bed represents something, and then the desk next to it represents something else, and it was really convoluted and really strange. So he tries to use that method to go grocery shopping without a list. He goes to the grocery store, and he's looking for some like obscure candy or something.
Okay.
Starts with a Z, and he ends up talking to
Zabba?
A guy who he thought worked at the store, but he ended up actually being someone who developed the software for inventory of the grocery store.
Okay.
And then he talks to him, goes to his office, and then that guy goes on a tangent of the Mandela effect. And so John Wilson's like, "What's that?" And so he talks about the origin of the Mandela effect, and then he says, "Actually, I'm going to a conference, the Mandela Effect conference, where I'm speaking, and it's like a tiny room with 20 people." So he goes to the Mandela Effect conference, is filming everything, and the people who are there, they're like flat Earth adjacent type people, right?
Okay.
Except they're a little bit more understandable than those people, like Mandela Effect, because like there's some legitimacy, I think, to Mandela Effect. They start talking about like it's an alternate timeline, right?
Yeah, that documentary is nuts.
But there was one person, like in Nathan Fielder, how he meets like really weird people, like in the rehearsal, the guy who's banned from every dating app.
Yes.
He also encounters really strange people.
Okay.
And one of them is like a Q&A section of this Mandela Effect conference, and her question to the panel, whoever they are, is like, so like how does the internet work? How is the information stored? Is it like crystals or something? And they're like, well, most of the time it's like data, like hard drives and like storage like that.
Yeah.
And then she's like, well, what are they made of? And they're like silicone.
Yeah,
like,
silicone.
it's like it's sort of like crystals, like minerals and stuff. And like she's like, okay, crystals, got it. That's all I want. That's all I care about. And then she left.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. It's a really.
My interest is piqued.
Yeah, he has a higher pitched voice with like a slight lisp, and it's really entertaining. He's very dry, like Nathan Fielder, like the way he talks, and most of it is through narration, paired with like him walking around New York filming things, and he's really good at like if he edits or if someone else edits it, but at pairing what he's saying to what he's filming. But yeah, that's a good recommend. It's an easy, fun watch. 30-minute episodes on HBO Max.
I feel like that would pair also well with Joe Pera.
Yes, also that. Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. All right, I'm gonna watch that. Thank you.
And that's all I have.
All right.
Follow up on Rick Famuyiwa.
Okay.
Famuyiwa. That's it.
All right.
He directed 6 episodes of The Mandalorian.
Oh, okay.
Ahsoka. And he's got a bunch of upcoming stuff. Black Hole, Untitled, Rick Famuyiwa Project, The Wood TV series.
Oh, they're making a TV series of it.
Uptown Saturday Night, Son of Shaolin, and Past Midnight. He's got all this stuff in post-production. So he's still working today.
Yeah.
Also not Tyler Perry. So anyways.
I don't know why I thought of it.
I know why.
I think you do know why.
I think we all know. Anything else, guys?
No, I don't have anything.
That's it.
All right. So,
Super episode.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Mega episode. Jack's going to love this. Every once in a while, I want to drop a 2-hour episode, Gavin Chatter. He's like, was it my birthday? Because I just got a 2-hour Gavin Chatter.
Trivia took a minute.
It's fine. It was good times. All right. So thank you to our cool ass yard duties over on Patreon. That's Javier, Heather, Michael, and Chris. If you want to support us on the Patreon, hit us up, patreon.com/middleclassfilmclass, or you can send us an email, mcfcpodcast@gmail.com, and support a different way. Watch the YouTube channel, whatever you like. Until next time. Thank you for joining us for this extended Gavin Chatter. Follow us later on in the day if you're streaming live with us, or later on in the week if you're on the YouTube or podcast later, as we review Bullitt, starring Steve McQueen. Follow us on Facebook, facebook.com/MCFCpodcast, and send us an email, mcfcpodcast@gmail.com.
Yes, and follow us on Instagram at Middle Class Film Class.
And on TikTok at Middle Class Film Class, and on Twitter at Podcast MCFC.
All right, Bullitt streaming on Tubi, so if you haven't seen it yet, go watch that. It's going to be a good time. We'll see you later.
See ya.
See ya. Less talky, more fun.
Here she comes. Fuck.
Oh, it's time for class.
Class is in session!
Roll call!
Bueller?
I'm gonna be late for class.
Bueller?
Am I hallucinating here? Just what in the hell do you think you're doing?
I'm late for class.
You're mine now. You belong to me.
Did you study for the test?
No more complaining. No more Mr. Kimblett to go to the bathroom. Nothing. There is no bathroom.
Welcome to another episode of Middle Class Film Class Movie Review Edition. I'm your host for today, Joseph.
I'm Peter.
And I'm Tyler.
And on today's episode, we're reviewing my movie for Car Chase May, which is Bullitt.
Yes.
Bullitt. This is a modern trailer, so someone re-edited this.
Oh, cool.
Frank?
I have an important job for you. Captain Bennett suggested that you take it.
Ooh.
As you know, there's a Senate subcommittee hearing. I have a star witness who needs protection. Sam said that you were the man for the job. And I can't find a flaw in that statement.
Wow, that made it look really
What went
epic.
wrong, Lieutenant?
Ross got to the door and hooked the chain from the inside.
He let the killers in himself. Why would he do a thing like that?
I want to know about Ross. What was the deal you made with him?
Deal?
Deal.
They estimate he siphoned off about $2 million while operating their wire service.
There was a patient here. His name is Johnny Ross. And he seems to have disappeared.
Disappeared.
Oh, no.
What the?
Oh my
And
god.
Doc and I
Yes. Is this Amy Winehouse?
As his superior officer, I've given him complete charge of the case. If he's moving Ross around, it's for a reason.
I need that
This
witness.
is really epic.
What the hell is going on here?
The Fuji's, right?
A high-speed pursuit. 2 men are killed. An officer in the hospital.
Yeah,
A witness
sounds-
almost
it's
murdered.
Fuji's.
Now, I want to know what's happening, and I want to know now. Let's hear it straight.
When I'm ready.
He's still my witness.
Dude, fuck yeah. I want to watch this movie again.
You work your side of the street, and I'll work mine.
Yeah.
Bullitt. This summer, July 31st.
Fuck yeah.
Anyway.
That was pretty cool. I was a little couple questionable parts in there.
Yeah, just a little bit. So yeah, that was a trailer for Bullitt, the movie we're reviewing this week, directed by Peter Yates, written by Alan Trustman, Harry Kleiner, Robert L. Fish, starring one Steve McQueen, not to be confused with modern day director Steve McQueen
Or Lightning McQueen.
Yeah.
You know, it's funny.
Gotta go
because
fast. That's Sonic.
I did think that Steve McQueen, the actor, was the same as the director for the longest time until today. Literally till
Really?
today.
Just today?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Congratulations.
Steve McQueen, the actor Steve McQueen directed
I thought
12 Years a Slave.
I thought
Steve McQueen, who's been dead for years.
I thought it was a Clint Eastwood sort of thing where, like, you know, he like retired from acting and went into directing, but
He died in 1980. He was only 50 years old.
Yeah, that's way far too young.
He been dead.
Anyway, sorry.
Tyler said, "Yeah, like you know." Yeah.
Yeah,
And then he directed 12 Years a Slave.
Yeah.
30 years later.
Well, no, because when I looked up Steve McQueen, I found out today. I was like, oh, he's been dead. How did he die?
Also starring
Mesothelioma.
Jacqueline Bisset, Robert Vaughn, Don Gordon, and Robert Duvall as a cab driver.
Yeah, small part, but a high build on IMDb.
And this has according to The Ringer, the second best car chase scene in a movie. Probably like the one that when you think of car chase scenes, usually the first one that comes to mind, taking place in San Francisco, and the car chase happens in the San Francisco streets, and outside of San Francisco, journeys outside of there. Although there's a lot of continuity.
Couple bits there where I'm like,
that makes a lot of sense.
That's okay. It's like Sacramento.
But the story is to put it simply, a nonconformist San Francisco cop is determined to find the underworld kingpin who killed the witness under his protection. And it's a movie that has a slight little twist in it that I actually I liked quite a bit, actually. This is all of our first time watching it?
No, I've seen it before.
You've seen it before?
This is my first
time. This is my first time. I've seen the car chase scene before in some class environment.
In film school?
College? I was thinking that or somewhere in high school, but I don't know why I would have watched it in high school.
Teacher's like, all right, kids, I'm hungover watching Bullitt.
Yeah.
Again?
Yeah. But just the car chase scene, not the whole movie. So yeah. And the Bullitt named after the character Bullitt.
Detective Frank Bullitt.
Yeah. What
a name.
Yeah, that'd be a cool name to have. Bullitt.
Frank Bullitt. He's a good cop, but one you don't want on your tail.
Yeah.
Mr. Bullitt?
That's Detective Bullitt to you. You son of a bitch.
Lieutenant Bullitt.
Both. Detective Lieutenant.
Detective Lieutenant.
Sir, it's
I didn't think you could have two ranks, but he's listed as Detective Lieutenant Frank Bullitt.
Sir, this is Mongolian barbecue. I'm just saying your number.
All right, then I guess Pete.
We'll go backwards. Start with Tyler.
Okay, Tyler.
Oh, okay.
What are your initial thoughts on Bullitt?
So this movie is interesting to me because the plot of the movie did not interest me in the least. I think what this movie achieves is that it has singular great sequence of events. And that's fine. I think that this movie is successful based on the individual scenes and sequence of events, especially with the charisma of Steve McQueen, who I just learned today is white, is white, is 6 feet under, and did not direct 12 Years a Slave.
That was Tyler Perry, actually.
So I thought I think the plot is very weak. It does not really hold a lot of water, and I reconciled with it being okay because I thought the acting and the direction of the movie was very good. And it's interesting because Steve McQueen is such a cool dude in this movie. Just some of the one-liners he does is so cool. And I really like how they captured the retro-looking style of San Francisco. They also have my favorite year of the Mustang in the aforementioned car chase scene. And that was really nice. I immediately went on Facebook Marketplace afterwards to see if they had a 1968 Mustang for sale. Of course, out of my price range, but I have to settle for
maybe I can sell my mom's car and buy this car.
Yeah, 2006 Mustang. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I thought that the acting was really good. The plot doesn't really hold a lot of water, but there's good action sequences, especially on the tarmac at the climax of the movie. And the dialogue never overstayed its welcome. It wasn't overtly cheesy. I think it was a solid old movie. I liked it.
I just like the car chase.
The car chase
compared to what we've seen so far.
I think it's definitely at the number one position as far as everything else what we have seen.
Better than Ronin.
Well, you know what? I had to like wrestle with that thought because Ronin has a very tense car chase scene, but this one is just, it feels so iconic in a way that with Ronin, it was more for the plot. Like the car chase was for the plot. This car chase scene felt more for the like cinematic aspect of it all. It wasn't like they didn't have to have a car chase scene in this movie, whereas in Ronin that felt more like purposeful, like they had to have a car chase scene in that movie to move the plot forward, whereas in this one it didn't really feel like necessary, but it was still well done. And I don't know, I you know what? Now that you mentioned Ronin, I think
I'm just a question. I'm not trying to lead you down a path. I just want to know.
Well, now you did. Now you did lead me down a path. So now I'm
Look
thinking,
what you did. Yeah, you got him going.
Ask Tyler a simple question. He's like, oh, fuck. Holy shit. Hold on.
I didn't even think about that.
The whole world's turned upside down now.
I did love the movie, Joseph. Thank you for recommending it.
Oh, you're welcome. Okay, I guess I'll go then. Yeah, first time watching it, I was pretty hooked from the very beginning. Because it started off very noirish. Dynamite opening credits.
Yes.
I love the title sequences. Just like the really unique, a lot of moving around a chunk of credits from different sides of the screen, and then sort of masking text going through it. Really dynamics and just like really cool. It started off very cool.
Yeah,
that's how kind of like how I would describe the movies. It was very cool. I liked it. The story I thought it was interesting because it's basically a guy who's ratting out the mob essentially, and the mob is after him, so he's under witness protection. But you don't ever see the mob really. They're not really a part of the story that much, other than like they're just hiding him.
Yeah.
And then so that was an interesting aspect of it. So and you have McQueen playing Bullitt, who is plays by his own rules, right?
Yeah.
And
to a degree.
Yeah. And then you have this like lawyer guy, like a DA or something, who's like, where's my witness?
Yeah.
I need my witness.
Robert Vaughn's character.
Yeah.
Who looked like Kyle MacLachlan a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah. I was like, is that Kyle MacLachlan's dad? No,
and I like that aspect of it. And then the sort of twist, like he died in protection, and then it becomes like a sort of mystery, and then the twist happens later in the movie, and it's like, and them uncovering that was really cool. And like, who's this guy, Albert Fennick or whatever his name is?
Yeah.
And like, oh wait a minute, that guy's not Johnny Ross.
Yeah.
Johnny Ross doesn't even say a word in this goddamn movie.
You fool!
Like
that's Johnny Ross.
The actual Johnny Ross has no lines in this movie. And then it ends with a pretty good foot chase towards the end on an airport.
Yeah, on the tarmac. Yeah.
So we got two good chase sequences. One in a car and one on foot. I liked it. It put everything like towards the very end of the movie. Like I'm looking at the runtime.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's only like 5 minutes left.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They gotta wrap this up.
That's what I was thinking.
And then it ends in a dramatic flare with an audience in the airport terminal entrance. Yeah, I liked it. I like the style of the movie. I like the vibe of it. And the story was interesting because you would think like, oh, this is going to be like a whole thing with the mob, because like you have this other force that's like looking for this guy, but then it's mainly just about discovering who killed the witness.
Yeah.
And it's the very guy that you're protecting.
Yeah.
He just like put a patsy in there, and it's like, that guy's dead, so he could fool the mob. He has his own plan of escaping the mob.
Yeah.
And it's not with the help of the police or the FBI or whatever. And I like that aspect of it. It was cool. It was an interesting story. So yeah, liked it.
Cool.
Pete.
Yeah, I think I agree. This is the first movie that comes to mind when I think of like what's the greatest car chase scene. It's clearly this. It stands out like by a long shot. And it's not a car chase movie. It's just this is a car chase scene, and this really kind of what I wanted to get into in this month because there is the car chase scene on its own is an interesting way to shake up the kind of pacing of a movie. You have people who are, well, this guy's after this guy and whatever. It's almost always either action or espionage or mystery of something, because there's always has to be a component of I need to get that person. Right.
Yeah.
You don't get that in a rom-com. There's no chase scenes in rom-coms. They may be like driving to a place and they need to get there before a certain time, but you're not chasing a person, right? Yeah. So it's two cars being chased to each other, or two vehicles, whatever. And in I think of car chase movies as a whole, you have a lot of the Fast and Furious stuff. You have Mad Max Fury Road, Baby Driver. Like the movies, the centric around it.
Right.
These so far, the movies that we've watched so far, they're not about the cars. That's just one scene in the movie, or maybe two scenes in the case of Ronin. But this fucking car chase is phenomenal. Like watching these two cars, real deal cars, really driving balls out through the streets of San Francisco is so fucking cool.
Going up those steep hills, jumping off of them.
Literally 4 wheels airborne on multiple occasions, just chasing through the streets.
I was kind of shocked at some of the jumps that they were doing. I was like, oh, damn.
I know. They're not fucking around. Yeah. And in the Gone in 60 Seconds remake, not remake, I'm sorry, in the Gone in 60 Seconds, the original, and Bruce actually sent some clips on our Facebook page. Maybe he posted into MNX, I can't remember, but he posted a couple of like car chases from the 70s. And it's so funny to watch the spongy suspension cycling as they're going over humps and stuff, and they go around the corner, and it's like, is this car gonna fucking roll? It has no stiffness. It's like driving a submarine around a corner. But in this movie, you get a little bit of that, and you see these people, they're trying to do these like dynamic turns and like actually like balls to the wall of chasing each other. Yeah. And as you go around a corner and you lose traction, you could see the car wanting to skitter out, and you like lose your place and it's like an actual race and a competitive race. But what I loved about this from the first time was the car chase scene. And I didn't really remember much except for how cool Steve McQueen was. And I feel like Steve McQueen was like Clint Eastwood in the sense that he doesn't have to try to be cool. He just is cool. Like he exudes that coolness. Yeah. And
he is that guy.
I feel like as much as I liked Charles Bronson in Once Upon a Time in the West, and I saw the appeal of him as like a presence on screen, I still feel like he has to try to be cool. And he doesn't always, in my opinion, doesn't always successfully come off as cool. But Steve McQueen's a fucking cool guy. Yeah. Paul Newman's a fucking cool guy. Clint Eastwood is a cool guy. All these guys from that era, specifically those three, just feel like when they're on screen, I'm like, yeah, man, that's cool. I want to watch this guy.
They have like this charisma that's unexplainable.
And the character of Frank Bullitt is somebody that I want to watch, as opposed to the French Connection. I'm watching Popeye Doyle, and I'm like, this guy's a schmuck. Yeah. He's a bum who's trying to make good on himself and make himself look good and catch the bad guy, but also save his job. And in this one, Bullitt's just trying to like save his life because he's like basically being framed for this. It's a setup job, and he spots it from a mile away too. All the stuff like, you chose this hotel? No, Vaughn, whoever. What's the guy's name? Robert Vaughn's character? It's Chalmers.
Chalmers, yeah.
Superintendent Chalmers chose this.
Super Nintendo Chalmers.
Yeah. And he's like, did you choose this room? No, he chose it too. I was like, yeah, that's a bad room. Freeway access, pointed, window.
Stay away. And he says, stay away from the window.
Stay away from the windows, yeah. And it's like he spots it coming from a mile away. And when it happens, it's like, this is clearly a setup job. So he's trying to watch himself the whole time and like basically make sure that he comes out clean on the other side and not in a jail cell and not framed for murder and whatever. And I love it. And then he you don't really see a whole lot of the history of him being a plays by his own rules cop so much. Only in this case where he feels like he's backed in the corner, he's like, I'm going to transport this dead body. Yeah. And you're like, fuck, that's crazy talk. Yeah. But he gets everybody on board with it too, somehow. Yeah.
Well, he has a reputation of like being like
they
this,
say that, but we don't see it.
Of course,
in Dirty Harry, first scene you see him. He's blowing people away. He's pointing a loaded gun at the guy's head. You know, what do you think? I bet like commotion. You lost the count of how many bullets I shot. You know,
do I have 5 or 6?
Yeah, it's like you see it with Clint Eastwood's character. So I feel like this is kind of a happy medium between a Dirty Harry and a French Connection.
That's a good.
Where you get a cool ass character just like Clint Eastwood, but you get a little bit of the double cross and a little bit of the grittiness of the French Connection. So I have to disagree with Tyler. I think that the actual story is phenomenal in this. Watching Bullitt basically fight for his life against a corrupt police force who has already set him up and already has his like 5 steps ahead of him, and working from the back to basically keep his ass and also solve the case at the same time. He doesn't just abandon the case and run. He's still trying to solve the case through the whole thing.
All right.
So that's great. Love the cars in the movie. I love his relationship with Jacqueline Bisset. Honestly, I don't usually ask for more, but I kind of wish there was a little bit more of that. Because
it's not much in the movie.
No, it's not much there. I kind of wish there was just a tiny bit more.
She's at home waiting for him in bed.
Yeah. Brings him his coffee while he's putting his turtleneck on and a blazer.
Yeah.
I do have a scene specifically I want to talk about with her.
Okay. So, long story short, freaking love it. One of the coolest movies. It is so cool. I mean, I love to see San Francisco on film.
Yeah.
And this is a great San Francisco movie. You get to see a lot of it, albeit driving very fast. The chase scene is effective. It's freaky. There's
no music or anything.
No, it's just the roar of the engine. And these are real fucking muscle cars, which I'm not the biggest muscle car fan, but the Mustang and I want to say it's a Charger RT, I believe, that is just, you can hear the actual balls behind the engine. It's like you can hear it. And it was not a surprise to me this won Best Sound at the Oscars. Best sound design, really, really fucking great sounds, and Steve McQueen his character is cool. His detective or his captain, Captain Bennett, he's like a really cool old school looking guy. He looks like he looks like the boss from The Incredibles, Bob Parr's Mr. Incredible's boss. Just a cool, hard nosed, old school detective, high and tight, no nonsense sort of chief. And he's great. And then
Simon Oakland.
Yeah, Robert Vaughn as Chalmers being the skeezy politician or whatever the fuck he is. He hate him in it from the second you see him.
Yeah.
And he earns that reputation throughout the movie. So great reveal near the end. Foot chase scene is cool. You're very honestly tense for a Bullitt. He's standing unguarded on the tarmac looking for the guy, and he's taking aim with a pistol.
Yeah.
I was like, is he gonna shoot him? Is he gonna
snipe him with a pistol?
So many cool scenes. There's a great chase scene on foot inside the hospital too.
Yeah.
I mean, I really loved it. So Bullitt, great movie. Great revisited movie.
Yeah. Anything else?
Well,
what scene do you want to talk about, Tyler?
All right, so the scene that I really liked, one that frustrated me and then one that delighted me. The one that frustrated me was that Bullitt's partner makes him breakfast and coffee and stuff, and Bullitt, he's like, "Oh, I'll just take the coffee. I'm not hungry." She has the plate of like eggs and toast and like hash browns in her hand. She just toiled over a hot stove for a breakfast for her man, and he just is like, "Oh, I'll just take the coffee." It's just like that. Like, you placate her for a little bit and take a little bite.
Bullitt,
eat the eggs.
I thought that was a little frustrating because I would have definitely not have rejected.
Tyler's like, I just want someone to cook for me.
Yes. And then
that frustrated you.
But one of the coolest things about Bullitt's Steve McQueen's character in this movie was that he just demands people to do things for him. Like, so one example, he's in bed with his partner, and she's asking him about like the case and like how his day went and stuff like that, and he just says, "Go to sleep." Just go to sleep.
He's a man of few words. What can he say?
Go to sleep.
Just go to sleep.
Pain don't hurt.
Yeah, pain don't hurt. That's kind of what it reminded me of too. It's just, and then what was another one? I can't. I had another one in mind, but I can't remember. But like he does like these not declarations, but like just like these demands
That's
of
like a command.
But yeah, commands. Like he just commands people to do something. Like read this, do this, and then people do it.
Well, he is the leader. He is a detective lieutenant.
Yeah, he is. Yeah. But I mean, you know, when you waxed on Pete about the story, I kind of. You know, I'm rethinking about like what I said on my. What? Here we go. What?
You know what? Maybe I was wrong.
This is.
Maybe you like this movie.
I do like the movie, but like I'm thinking of it more.
Like the story.
That's the whole point of a discussion. It's there's a changing of opinions.
Oh, okay.
And so yeah, you know what? Like I think the story it is more compelling, but I think it's not. For myself, it wasn't more on the forefront than I would have liked.
Well, you didn't like this. You didn't like the case or the story with the French Connection either.
No, I did not. No,
maybe you just don't like
detective.
Yeah,
police detective.
No, I do.
Even though you have detective movies as a list, a category.
Yeah, a true detective, you basically jerk off to every night.
It's funny because it's true. But it's just that I do, but. I don't know. Maybe I don't. Maybe I don't.
Maybe I don't.
I mean, I like the idea. I like the idea and the aesthetic of it all, but maybe I just don't. However, with this movie, I thought every regardless of like whether I was connecting the plot to each scene, the individual scenes that I was watching were awesome. Like I was totally in, regardless of what was happening, like in a plot, like forward wise. I really thought it was just really cool, very stylized. The car chasing. I wanted to ask you guys this actually. There's this one scene where the car like smashes into another car during the car chase scene, but then like it cuts out like immediately. Like, was that a mistake?
No,
because it didn't seem like it like recovered like in a way where it crashed into the car.
I mean, maybe they didn't.
And then it cut.
Maybe there was equipment at the end of that shot they had to edit out or something.
Okay, because like it felt a little bit
like a continuity.
That one edit dropped it a whole letter grade. When we were looking for the trailer, it said this shot in Bullitt room.
Oh yeah,
pisses me off.
Yeah.
Tyler uploaded that 2 years ago. I forgot he watched the movie.
Oh yeah.
There's a lot of really good trivia on this movie.
Yeah.
Most famously, his outfit he wears, the turtleneck and the tweed jacket.
Yeah.
Became very popular after this movie was released. Huge boost in popularity. Also,
I should bring that back this
desert
winter.
boots and trench coats. Do it. I will make fun of you if you're wearing a turtleneck and show up here with a blazer.
Turtleneck and a tweed blazer.
Yeah, as I would expect you to do the same to me if I showed up to your house in a turtleneck and a blazer.
I would praise it.
No, that's not the right answer. You have to take your lumps. It's like if you start wearing a hat around.
We did earlier. We missed. I wanted to read it on air, but Bruce sent a message saying that Tyler looked like a busker's dog.
A busker's dog?
A busker's dog?
Because he's got the bandana around his neck.
Bruce Perk.
It looks like your name would be Scout. Also, there's the scene when he's on the tarmac and the airliner is driving over him, basically taxiing over him. People that were watching them film be shot, they were shocked that it was actually Steve McQueen out there. He did almost all of his own stunts. Not all, just a lot of them. And a lot of his own driving. Probably about 60% of the driving was actually Steve McQueen. He's a prolific race car driver in real life, mostly a motorcycle driver, racer.
I wonder why they named that guy Lightning McQueen.
That's right. And him and Paul Newman, which I mentioned earlier, both prolific race car drivers.
Really?
Paul Newman.
Bill Pullman?
No, Paul Newman.
Paul Newman.
Paul Newman from Newman's Own Salad Dressing.
Oh, right.
Yeah. He also was a race car driver. Also, I'm pretty sure he was the voice for
a fish in Finding Nemo.
No, Hudson, the car in.
Oh yeah, no wait, no, that's that one.
No, it wasn't Paul Newman.
He
was dead before that. Cars.
Was he?
I think so.
I don't know.
Maybe I'm
Didn't
tripping.
he make the music for Toy Story?
That's Randy Newman.
That's Randy Newman. It was Paul Newman. That must have been at the very end of his life. Yeah, hey, Doc Hudson he voiced.
Oh, okay. That's that one.
Famous race car driver, Paul Newman, also salad dressing magnate.
Well,
so,
you got a friend in me.
But
that's Randy Newman.
Let's see what else. When you were talking about mistakes in the chase scene, there's a scene when he misses his turn and does a burnout in reverse and then continues the thing. That wasn't supposed to happen. He literally just missed the turn.
Oh, okay.
They kept it in because it was they thought it was great.
That's cool.
Fooled me.
We like that.
Peter Yates, also an accomplished race car driver, the director. So before he went into making films, he was primarily a race car driver and like the owner of a race team as well.
He was like,
God damn.
I should make a movie about this.
You know what? I mean, better him than other, someone who doesn't know a goddamn thing about cars.
Yeah.
You know that Nicholas Winding Refn doesn't have a driver's license?
Yeah, I heard that.
What?
I mean,
he made
drive.
The man made drive.
I'm gonna make a movie about
driver's license.
something I can't do.
Yeah. I don't know why in my head.
It's like a Mitch Hedberg like joke.
Give us the joke then.
Okay.
Here I go.
I was thinking about making a movie about driving a car, but I don't know how to drive a car. So I figured I'd make a movie about driving cars so I can learn how to drive a car.
That's not bad. That's not bad. I made a movie about driving cars. I called it Drive.
I call it Drive.
Yeah, not bad.
Please clap.
That's fine. You don't have to clap. That was bad. I don't need to be tolerated.
So Peter Yates also directed The Friends of Eddie Coyle, who, as we mentioned earlier on the show, maybe a few months back, is the original movie that was remade into The Town.
Oh.
Remember that whole little bit there? Friends of Eddie Coyle?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. Also, Breaking Away, another big movie. That was his highest rated movie.
Bicycle race movie.
Bicycle race movie, correct.
Nice.
Yeah. And Kroll.
Oh, yeah. You can't forget Kroll.
I've never seen Kroll. What's it about?
It's
describe it.
It's about aliens.
It's about a Kroll.
Yeah. I haven't seen that movie in a while. I don't know.
About aliens.
Have you ever seen it?
Yeah, I have. I saw it. I saw it like in high school when I was getting into like the whole 80s like movie stuff. Like I was just watching everything and anything.
Kroll. Who directed that movie?
Kroll?
What was that?
With a U?
No, but it has like the cool. But what I do remember about Kroll is like it has like the alien mask thing on the cover, like with the him pointing a laser gun.
Who directed that movie, Tyler?
I don't know.
Take a guess. Any guess?
I have no
I have possible way to know.
Didn't we just say who it was?
Peter Yates, the guy that directed Bullitt. That's why we're talking about it. We're here right now.
Yeah, take this year.
Take this year to that, please. Will not.
Damn it. Yeah, I mean, I think, it's interesting is that I feel like there's like this sort of, I mean, okay, you know what? No, I'm not gonna put a generalized opinion on everyone.
Okay.
But for myself, when I think of old movies, there's a different kind of acting, like from modern movies today to period movies back then, and
period movies,
or
you mean just older movies?
Just older movies.
They weren't period movies. It took place in the same year that it was
like
made.
60s movies, 70s movies.
Well, someone was on their period on set. But
I thought you were an ally, Tyler.
But I thought I don't think I've ever really I don't think I've seen a Steve McQueen movie until this one. And so
can you think of another Steve McQueen movie?
No,
I don't even.
Great Escape.
The Great Escape,
the biggest one.
is the only one I know.
Thomas Crown Affair, the original one, Papillon.
Yeah, I've never, but
He
I've
only was
always
in 44 things.
I
feel like it would have been more.
I've known him in popular culture to be the cool guy. Like he's like a cool guy.
His
He's
last name is
Steve
McQueen. Yeah,
Steve McQueen.
Oh, he's in the original The Blob.
Oh,
as Stephen McQueen.
Oh,
before he changed his stage name.
Steven.
So I was thinking like, okay, well, like maybe because like he was a Hollywood hunk, like that was his appeal, not like his acting ability. But watching him in Bullitt though, he was good. He had a genuinely good performance, and I feel like there's a lot of I can't keep saying I feel like there's a lot of, for myself, I think that there's overhype in older movies, and when you watch them, you kind of think to yourself, it's not that great. Like,
I know what you're saying, because there's a lot of old movies that people are like, this is a classic, I gotta watch it, and I watch it and I think it's fine.
Yeah,
it's okay. Bullitt holds up though.
Yeah, Bullitt. That's where
there's a few that do hold up.
Yeah,
yeah.
Stand the test of time.
What's an older movie that you think is still fucking great that everybody should see? Joseph, Tyler, both of you guys. What do you think?
That everyone should still
like
see?
60s, 70s that you watched and you're like, oh, this is what the hype is about? I believe it.
I mean, the first thing comes to mind, Exorcist.
Okay. Something you watched as an adult. You discovered as an adult.
Oh, that I discovered?
Yeah. Something
as an adult?
Like 18 years old and up?
Yeah. Something like that. I feel like The Exorcist, like we all know The Exorcist is one of the greats.
Yeah. I think, well...
A movie that people say is good and is good.
And actually is good, yeah. What do you think?
Probably like The Shining or Space Odyssey.
2001 Space Odyssey.
I immediately went to Kubrick too, like 2001.
Kubrick.
Jaws. I mean, that's the 70s.
Jaws. Yeah.
I'm gonna look in my letterbox and see what.
2001 was a movie that I did discover. In
Some
my
Like It Hot.
adulthood.
Some Like It Hot's fucking dope.
Some Like
Yeah.
It Hot. The good, the bad, and the ugly. I mean, we just went over that movie.
Yeah.
I did know it because it's in the cultural zeitgeist, but I had never even. The only thing I knew about it was the music, and I think like maybe a couple of still shots. This movie,
I know, the one that blew me away that I thought this is gonna suck. 12 Angry Men.
Yeah,
fucking great.
Psycho.
Yeah, Psycho. Fantastic.
Oh, The Birds.
It's okay, in my opinion. IMO. The Apartment, and also another 1960 movie. Really fucking fun. Really fucking good.
Yeah, there's a lot of classics.
Movie we covered on the show here, 8.5. I thought that was great. Fellini, our first Fellini. Midnight Cowboy, that one blew me away.
Oh yes, that's a very good movie.
Love that one. So good.
Yeah, I mean, but
what's an old movie you think is overhyped?
Overhyped?
Yeah, because you just said that old movie because they have this sort of like it's a classic stigma type thing.
Hudson River Massacre, overhyped.
I don't think people even know about that one.
Seventh Seal, did not like that.
I think
I feel like that's just overrated.
I think Rosemary's Baby is probably a little bit overhyped.
I love that one.
I think it was
Polanski, big fan,
huge fan. Oh yeah, is your hero? I forgot.
No.
Chinatown. I've never seen it, so
I haven't either.
You haven't seen Chinatown?
No.
Oh well, we're at 100% doing that for detective movies.
Noir-vember.
Wait, we have to wait till November? God damn it!
Just because it goes with the month.
Yeah, I thought.
Sound of Music. It's a good movie.
You know what? It's funny.
French Connection, a little overhyped. Straw Dogs, don't like that one at all.
French. I don't think French Connection is overhyped. I think that.
I think it's very overhyped. I don't think it's a bad movie, but people make it out to be a fucking like masterpiece.
Do
they? Yeah. I've never heard a bad thing said about it.
Oh well, I mean, there's a lot of bad things to say about that movie. I mean,
it's just me. My personal experience.
Wow, I mean, that's
you can assume when I say it, it's just my personal experience. I don't have to say for me.
But you know what's interesting is that I've never heard of Bullitt before until today or last week. In this last week, I've never heard of Bullitt before. But what's interesting though is the car chase scene. I feel like I have seen before. Maybe because
you watch a lot of clip videos.
You know what? I was going to mention this earlier. Actually, you remind me. Because you were saying that you like certain scenes of the movie. Like there were certain scenes of this movie, Bullitt, that you liked a lot, but not the overall story, not so much.
Correct.
Right? And I feel like that might be a product of you just watching too many clips on their own.
Yeah,
on
it could be.
YouTube or TikTok. Maybe. That's my hypothesis.
I could be brain rot, actually.
Maybe.
Like you like watching out of context clips, even though you love context.
Well, I mean, I didn't realize this was about to be a study on my psyche.
It's a class.
I mean, this whole show is just a ruse to get to get to know you more, to get to know the real Tyler.
Yeah, we want to know.
This is an M. Night Shyamalan podcast.
Oh, jeez. Okay. Well,
this is Shutter Island type deal here with the podcast.
That's like my fear, honestly.
What?
Because I started watching Shutter Island, and I was like, that would be my ultimate fear.
What's that? I thought witches were.
Well, that too. Witches and everyone placating my insanity.
You see everybody with notepads.
It's like, what are you writing?
Everybody writes down when they have an interaction with you.
So, Tyler, how many hours a day do you think you spend on TikTok?
Hours a day. I spend a shit ton of time on TikTok. Too much.
I don't really spend a whole lot of time on TikTok because I'm mostly getting like tarot readings and like zodiac readings, and like that's fun for a little bit, but then I'm like, no. But Facebook Reels though, that's where that is where the gold is at. I will spend a bunch of my time there.
Facebook Reels.
Yeah, and
it's like the Internet Explorer of social media pages.
But it's interesting that you have make that observation of me with my short form media consumption in
I don't
my
necessarily even
description.
think that it's just you. The Instagram Reels, Facebook Reels, YouTube Shorts, TikTok, Vine, it all is designed to keep your attention, and you have to switch to the next thing really fast.
Yeah.
So it almost conditions your brain to say, where's the new thing? I know the scene it's like David Lynch getting pissed off at the assistant director for trying to speed up the scene.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, I'll make the scene as long as I fucking want.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the scene needs to be as long as it needs to be. I don't have to say, I can only spend 30 seconds before we get to the next thing.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, I think that's what's success.
I want to see Bullitt staring at the camera for a while.
I think what's successful about this movie is that each scene in this movie doesn't overstay its welcome, and it's very, really well shot and well done. Like the dialogue is like the perfect amount of cadence between the actors, and the plot is. I mean, the plot's simple enough to follow. I thought that if you could remake this movie, it would like you could probably make it a little bit more like complex and a little bit deeper, but it's a very surface level plot, very easy to follow. But for me, what was very compelling about this movie was just the way that it was shot, like the way that it moved forward, and like
the pacing.
Okay.
I also like that you see the protagonist eat a peanut butter jelly sandwich with milk. A tier.
Normalize eating PB&J. The protagonist eating a PB&J.
Also drinking milk, because I feel like milk has been like villain coded in cinema for a long time.
It has?
Yeah. Villains drink milk.
Oh, that's interesting.
Anton Chigurh.
Yeah.
Most notably.
Yeah, we have, let's see here. Anton
Stanley
Chigurh.
Clockwork Orange.
Yeah, what's the name? Little Alex?
Little Alex.
Yeah, that's the name, right?
Yeah,
I don't know.
Clockwork Orange, yeah.
Homelander, Milkmaid.
Homelander, yeah.
Oh, should I say Milkmaid? Rob Lowe and Tommy Boy.
Oh yeah.
Oh, does he? I don't remember that.
I do remember that.
Yeah.
Just has a bottle of Yoo-Hoo. What is it?
It says, and Tommy Boy, Rob Lowe gets off the bus in Sandusky and punches a child while slamming a pint of milk. Oh, that's so funny. You have a whole, in Clockwork Orange there's a whole bar.
Yeah,
it's a
milk bar.
Isn't
there a milk bar in Fairfield?
I'm sure.
Oh, that's Milk Farm.
No, that's Milk Farm, yeah.
Over the nut tree.
Oh, yeah.
They get their milk from the nut tree.
The nut milk tree.
Yep.
Inglourious Bastards. Yeah. What's his name?
Hans
Landa.
Yeah.
But then again, he's provided the milk by not the villain.
That's true. He is on a dairy
I'm just
farm,
saying.
after all.
I watched. Me and Brianna watched it together, and I was like, "Ooh, peanut butter jelly sandwich with milk. That sounds so good right now." And every time I drink a glass of milk, she looks at me like I'm a psychopath.
What?
Yeah.
Why?
And Joseph does too, but for different reasons.
Yeah.
But like, I can't eat a waffle or a pancake or a cookie or any sort of like pastry, bready dish without a glass of milk. Like, I have to have it afterwards. The peanut butter sandwich even more so.
But what is it? What effect does the milk have?
I feel like it cleanses my palate. I knew you were
gonna say that cleanses your palate
in a way.
Yeah.
But I could do that with water too, but it just doesn't feel right. At the richness of the starch and the peanut butter and the jelly and all that together, I need another
thick
rich
water.
thickness.
Yeah.
And that rich milk.
Yeah. I can see it.
I don't know why.
I can see it. I can see it.
Eating donuts without a milk feels like a sin.
Donuts and milk?
Yeah.
No.
They go together. Well, donuts and coffee too, but I'm more of a child than a man.
I can't believe, when growing up, the dinners, like my parent, they would just automatically just give me a glass of milk growing up.
During
like,
dinner?
With dinner.
Yeah, our parents too.
So I guess it is a palate cleanser then.
No, back in the day though, the Milk Council basically sold the propaganda that calcium and vitamin D, the only way you can get it is through milk.
Or the optimal way, the best way.
If you don't drink milk, your child could potentially break bones just by jumping rope.
Bones
so Frank Bullitt was
he's a patsy for the Milk Council. That's what I'm saying.
For the Milk Council.
Yeah, that whole got milk scheme.
Yeah,
you ever heard of it?
Not even specific for a specific.
Oh my God,
brand.
that was the mob that was after the witness.
The milk mob.
The milk mob.
Milk mafia.
Yeah,
could be.
The milk mafia.
Mommy's milk.
If Sean Whalen had a glass of milk when he was eating that peanut butter sandwich, he would have won the $10,000 because he would have been able to tell that radio host who shot Alexander Hamilton in that famous duel. Directed by Michael Bay.
Oh man. Go on and on. We're really milking this segment here.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Please clap.
I'm trying to think if there's any other interesting.
I don't really have anything bad to say about it.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah, I could not. I enjoyed myself the entire. What was it? 153. It was
Tyler, give me the runtime on this movie.
I just said 153.
No, it's
hour 53.
Yeah.
Final answer.
Yes.
Are you looking it up? What is it?
I'm looking it up right now. I was on the trivia page. It's incorrect.
What was it?
It's hour 54.
God damn it.
I feel like that's a win still.
Yeah.
Plus or minus 5 minutes. That's pretty good.
Unfair trivia.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for playing, everybody. Just kidding.
Yeah, I got nothing else to say to it. It's fantastic. I could give some specs about the car if you want. It's just the 68 Mustang Fastback.
Both of them?
No,
just
the
his?
Charger. Let's see. Pull up those Charger specs here.
Just bullets.
Oh, there was an interesting thing about the Mustang itself. So it was sold. It broke a record in 2020 for the most expensive car ever sold at auction. $3.7 million for the original car. That was
in the movie.
The original movie used car. Yeah.
Wow.
So it's a 68 Mustang Fastback GT. And it sold for $3.7 million, including auction fees, in 2020. The guy that bought the car originally paid $3,500 in 1974, 6 years after the movie was produced. $3,500 he paid for that thing, and he sold it for $3.7 million in 2020.
Damn.
3.7 for a fucking car.
For a 1968 beat up Mustang.
That don't matter.
Did they restore it, I assume?
I would imagine so. They probably done a full on restoration on it.
They better for $3.7 million.
I love the way the 1968 Mustangs look.
And then the bad guy's car is a 68 Dodge Charger RT, and it had a bunch of actual like crazy performance stuff.
The one that crashes into like a gas station and blows up or something.
Yes. And then you see the car on its lid and the two guys just burning to death inside.
Oh yeah.
that was a great effect.
It was good.
That they pull up. It was like it looked like they overlaid like the film like of fire and of the guy because it looked
like him.
It looked like pretty real.
Yeah, it did.
And I loved the fact that Steve McQueen looks cool as shit driving the car.
Yeah, he does.
He looks like somebody that could probably do it because he does. And he's an actual driver.
Yeah.
But the guy that was driving in the driver's seat of the bad guy's car, Bill Hickman, he's the same actor who was in French Connection, played Moldering.
Oh, that guy?
Yeah, the guy that got killed by fucking Popeye Doyle at the end.
Yeah.
He's like, I gotta get this guy. I just killed my partner. I don't care. Same actor, same stunt driver, and but he's wearing basically like the Don Draper suit with the horn rim glasses.
Yeah,
looking like what's his name? Fucking William H. Macy in Fargo. Thick glasses, you know.
Yeah,
and he's just cool as a cucumber, and he's got a passenger in the seat hitting ridiculous corners, like spinning this car out, and he's got a passenger in his seat. And when he cuts back to them, they're both just like, "Yeah, we're doing it." The guy in the passenger seat would probably be like, "Holy shit, fucking slow down, Jesus Christ!"
Yeah, and they didn't have the oh shit handles too, so he's just like, he's just like,
they did not. But seriously though, that is a no joke muscle car. The Mustang itself, no joke muscle car.
Yeah.
And a lot of the scenes in the chase scene were just done on this. Oh, whatever.
It's in your streaming software.
Yeah, let's just finish this.
Okay, let's wrap it up here.
All right. Yeah, I'm ready to grade it. Whenever
All right, let's grade this puppy, Pete.
I go A. Not an A plus, but definitely not A minus. Very, very good. Interesting story. Loved it. Car chase scene, groundbreaking. I think this deserves to be right near the top of the list for sure. 100%.
Cool. Tyler?
Oh yeah, definitely a solid A. I enjoyed. Sure about that? Yes, I am very sure about that. I enjoyed myself immensely watching this movie, and it's interesting because I thought I wasn't going to enjoy myself. I thought it was going to be boring. I thought it was going to be like homework, and as the movie went forward, like especially like you were saying, like when the credits like were like rolling in the beginning of the movie, I was like, shit, this looks already really cool. I'm in. I'm all in. So yeah, solid A.
All right, and yeah, I'm right there. AAA movie.
AAA movie.
My favorite of the three that we watched.
We should get one of the classmates to categorize like all the movies that we have graded into like the AAA movies.
What movies did we all give an A?
Yeah,
I think probably a lot of them. We generally pick movies we kind of know we're gonna like.
Yeah, that's true.
We don't do a whole lot of like wild card picks.
That's true. We do.
So yeah, I don't have anything else to really add to that. It's a solid, really fun movie. There is some great like composition in the cinematography.
There is. It's really well shot,
and some really interesting like car driving under the camera, which is like I was like, how did they do that via crane or like some sort of. Yeah, like that'd be the only way they could do that.
Car driving under the camera or over
yeah, there's a scene. There's at least one where it drives under the camera, and I was like, how did they do
they're
that?
Definitely on like a jib or something.
But yeah,
I want to say that the cinematographer was somebody. I'll look him up while you finish up.
It was a person.
Yeah,
it was a human.
Certainly was somebody was there behind the camera.
He's listed in the credits.
But yeah, really good.
William A. Fraker. Let's see what he did.
I can hear you drinking that, whatever it is.
Oh, shit. Yeah, One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. Steven Spielberg's worst movie, 1941. War Games.
Is that the name of the movie?
1941. Yeah, 1941. War Games. Tyler's favorite.
Is it?
It is?
No, he just listed it one time in a very funny way on the show. Rules of Engagement, Island of Dr. Moreau, Vegas Vacation.
Oh.
The Street Fighter movie.
Okay.
Ooh. Oh, Tombstone.
Sweet.
Honeymoon in Vegas.
What a interesting career.
Yeah. Very illustrious career.
Vegas Vacation to Street Fighter to have Bullitt and
best little
Tombstone.
Best little whorehouse in Texas.
No way.
Yeah.
Wow.
A bunch of stuff.
What's his name?
William A. Fraker.
Oh, yeah.
That guy.
William A. Fraker.
The aforementioned Rosemary's Baby.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
He's cinematographer for a movie called Incubus. Great band. All right. Anything else?
No, that's it.
All right. So next week, we don't have a movie chosen yet from the Patreon, but we will have one because we have some input already. Here,
I hope so.
Yeah, here is our, let me see our posts here. Where's our posts? There we go. Okay, so I posted on the Patreon and on, I don't know if I posted on the Facebook page or not yet, but so far we have Kung Fu Hustle from Angry Otter. What's Up, Doc? It's a amazingly humorous chase scene from Heather. Baby Driver. The Blues Brothers. Chris says OJ Made in America. Death Proof, The Raid 2, and that's it right now. Really no multiple selections. Nobody's like said something 2 or 3 times, but we had a couple like reactions on there. So I'm gonna put
decide on one.
I'm just gonna put a poll up basically on the Patreon page. I'll put it up on the Facebook and try to drive some engagement. And we'll do the same thing as we did last week. Well, whatever movie's chosen by Thursday.
Angry Otter changes his decision to Blues Brothers.
Oh, okay. So we got 2 for Blues Brothers right now. We'll put a post up and then we'll see if there's, because I feel like that might be the front runner. We've covered some of the big ones already.
Well, so far it is.
Yeah. So anyway, so we'll make a post on there and it'll be a mystery what we watch next week.
You know what I think we should do for Patreon?
What's that?
Just for some content, go up there. We should all go out to like a park or something and film each other running at full sprint.
Okay.
And see what that looks like.
Because
I want to see Tyler run.
Okay.
I have a beautiful stride. Okay.
Oh, wow.
What was the thing? I was gonna. I can't remember what it was. I wanted to do something else for Patreon. Yeah, let's do some fun.
And you're gonna be running in a 5K.
Yeah, July 4th.
Yeah.
So
that's coming up.
It is. That's how time works. It's coming up.
It's coming up.
It will be
I
here.
hope you're ready for
It
that.
will be
What?
here.
That's 5,000 kilometers, man.
No, it's not. It's 5,000 meters.
What? Oh,
It's 5 kilometers. It's 5K.
oh.
It's 3.1 miles.
It's not a 5,000K. Yeah, it's like 3. It's not even 4 miles.
I feel like an idiot now.
Did you really think it was 5,000?
5,000 kilometers.
You think he's just...
I know. I'm not going to run 5,000 kilometers. I can't run 10 kilometers.
I don't think anybody... There's no race for that.
Ultra marathoners, maybe.
Take the shoes to that one.
How many miles is
We shall
5,000
not.
kilometers?
Let's see. How many miles?
Probably.
5,000.
I thought.
Isn't that like 15,000 miles?
I thought that's why it was
3,100 miles.
Oh, okay.
Oh, no.
Got it backwards.
That's like from here to the East Coast.
I'm sure somebody's
It's
run
like
that.
Forrest Gump.
I
Forrest Gump did. Yeah, Forrest Gump did.
Because I thought the K meant kilometers.
It does.
It does mean
5.
5 of them. 5 kilometers.
I thought it was like, like a double thing, like because 5K, like
5KK.
5,000.
Then we get 5KK.
Only one away from your favorite.
Shut up. I'm saying that. You're endangering my life.
All right, we good?
Yes.
All right, cool. Well, thank you to our cool SR duties over on Patreon. That's Javier, Heather, Michael, and Chris. If you want to support us on the Patreon, you can do so at patreon.com/middleclassfilmclass, or you can just watch on the YouTube channel. That is its own way to support as well. Until next time. Thank you for joining us as we review 1968's Bullitt, starring Steve McQueen. Follow us next week as we watch an unknown movie, a Patreon pick for our 4th entry for Car Chase May.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's going to be fun.
And we pick a new one.
That's
Pick a
right.
new category.
The Patreon's already working on it. So follow us on Facebook, facebook.com/MCFC podcast, and send us an email, mcfcpodcast@gmail.com.
And follow us on Instagram at Middle Class Film Class.
And on TikTok at Middle Class Film Class, and Twitter at Podcast MCFC.
All right, we'll see y'all next time.
See ya.
See ya.